All right, Mr. Day, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you, sir?
Fantastic.
Hey, I want to welcome my broker at Caldwell Banker here to be joining us. And
Talk about real estate.
Talking about real estate, man. Talking about what's going on down here in downtown Sarasota. Yeah. At the farmers market, as we usually are.
Right.
Broadcasting. It's a balmy.
Balmy.
That's like an understatement, right?
Yeah, I would say it's more like really, really hot.
Yeah, it's just very hot.
Yeah.
It's like hot, and it's 10:15 on a 10:15 on a Saturday.
I call it the great
The normal
wall
crowd
of
rushes
humidity.
in.
I call it the Great Wall of Humidity. You just walk out the door and you just get.
As soon as you get out of your car, you just get bee slapped right in the face with humidity. How you doing, man? You're doing a great job.
Fantastic.
Hey, when did that start? That's just fairly recently, right? The lacrosse, yeah. Wow. Okay, I'm way off.
Wow.
Okay, no, right here at the farmers market. Okay,
That's awesome.
that's
I'm here till 2.
that's awesome.
It helps.
Well, I was going to say, do you have? Actually, you know what?
Do you have authority? What do you?
Wait, okay.
Here, I'll get that. We're going to ask you a couple questions.
Or if you'd like to sit down, rather, that might be easier.
That'd be
Yeah.
nice. Okay.
What's your name to begin with?
Gina Monroe?
Gina Monroe. Awesome. And you've been doing it since 2012?
Yes.
That's fantastic. Keeping everybody safe, apparently.
I try.
No, and actually, you need to just right up on the mic there. And if you
I
put the
don't-
headphones on too, you can actually, you know what?
Hear
Let's
my
all do
voice.
that. Let's all
Yeah.
don the phones. So that way, can you hear?
Yeah.
You hear
I can
okay? Okay, fantastic.
So, are you a volunteer?
No, I get paid.
Oh, good.
That's fantastic.
It,
So you've been doing it again since when?
2012.
2012. Okay. Do you feel things have slowed down
Oh, yeah.
here at the farmers market?
Yeah. When it gets winter time, then we're swamped again.
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
the total number of people?
I have no clue.
It's definitely quieter in the hotter,
Oh, yeah.
humid times. Yeah.
And any weird things go down? Like do you have to break up fights, or do you have to get involved, or do people cross and you're like, hey, don't cross, and they cross
I have
anyway?
people and they go, oh, I didn't see you.
In the neon top
Yeah.
and
And my stuff.
the sign.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
No, that's good, because I do see people zipping across
Oh,
like
yeah.
like there's no traffic, and it's good to have somebody there.
Right. They'll go,
But-
oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm not sure why I didn't notice though. I mean, for some reason I was thinking it was new. I don't know why I thought.
No. I've been out here.
2012.
And
Yeah.
yourself here from 2012.
I've been here every week unless I go on vacation.
Right.
How
And I
long
was
have you
on
lived here in Sarasota?
Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. You need to right up on. You can move it to you. You can actually move the mic if it's more convenient.
Okay.
Yeah. How long have you lived here in Sarasota?
Since 1986.
1986. Excellent.
But I moved here in 78,
From where?
Indiana.
All right. And you've been doing this. Do you do anything else?
Yeah, I'm a crossing guard supervisor
Oh, excellent.
for the city.
For the city. So
Oh.
do you have a particular station, like spot that you regularly go to or cover? I assume for the
It's
kids.
it's right here mostly. Is it right
No,
here, or do
I
you go to
have,
different?
I have Tuttle Elementary.
Gotcha.
Oh, that's why I haven't seen you out here.
Yeah, but
Oh,
now
okay.
that there's no school, I have Southside and Alta Vista.
Excellent. And you've been doing that for how long?
I first started in 1999 when I was in college.
So there are clearly people that recognize you.
Oh, yeah. They'll go,
Here.
I know you from Southside.
Exactly, right. So from both sides. Hi, Dare. So you get to go back and forth. Do you recognize people when they're
Oh,
going
yeah.
back and forth? Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
recognize them, and they recognize you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Gina. Exactly. Yeah. We know our crossing guard. I live in Lakewood Ranch, and we know our crossing guard well.
Okay, yeah.
You gotta.
used to have a girl named Joni.
Ours is we're at McNeil and Nolan, and her name is Sharon, and
This
that's
was a few
Manatee
years
County.
ago. Joni was there, and she was crazy. She loved it.
Yeah.
Now I
it's-
think she's at Freedom. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Right. Well, it's so you have a pretty good cover. How many people do you supervise?
18.
18 people. Wow.
And so there are times then that one of the 18 would be here.
Yeah,
And
my
you guys
other
shift.
guard-
You guys shift around. Is that how
Well,
that works?
I've had a hard time trying to find a second person because it's so hot out here. And
Oh yeah.
But I'm here. And with this
Hardcore.
strep throat, I'm hoping the sun will.
Yeah, even with strep,
Clear it
well,
out.
that might do something. The melatonin might help,
Yeah.
and
That's what
Get
I'm
rid of
hoping
that.
For.
yeah. And you have access to hydration. Do you have access to drink? Do you have water? And okay.
I bring my own water.
Do you have
but-
more? Because we can get you more water if you'd like.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I always go in here when I'm almost done because I do the barricades from 1 to 2. So I go into Gator and she gives me
So
water.
is that really water?
Yes, it is.
It's clear. It could be something. Okay, I'm just checking.
Yeah.
Just checking. I'm just joking. Okay, well, hey, thank you so much. I know you got a job to do, and I'm sorry for pulling you away, but I've seen
Hey,
you
it
here
gives
every
me a
week,
break
and
to sit.
yeah, and I want to talk to you ever since. So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Gina.
Thank
Good to meet you.
Very nice to meet you.
You're welcome.
Outstanding. Keeping Sarasota safe.
Thank you.
Yeah, see, keeping the market safe. You know, Gina keeps on going, and I have like the past 2 or 3 months I've seen her out here, and I haven't seen her before. That's why I was wondering. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I was on vacation.
Oh, that's maybe why. How long?
Oh, vacation.
That may be why. Okay.
All right.
Very cool. Thank you so much for stopping, Gina.
That's great.
All right. See, this is Sarasota. So this is why we do what we do.
Yeah. There's
Because-
always somebody to meet. Hey,
God, it's so hot. Even my glasses are fogging up. Oh my jeez.
the Great Wall of Humidity. You walk
So people are
out the
talking
door.
like, hey, if the streets could talk, if
Yeah.
the streets of Sarasota could
Sarasota.
talk, what would they say?
What do
They
they
do.
Yeah.
We're
Thanks.
talking to them right now.
Right. Well, let's talk a little bit about real estate too. Since
Okay.
we're down here.
Let's do. So,
Right. So
Mr. Day,
the
I know.
quaintness we were talking a little bit about the quaintness of downtown, right? Of Sarasota. The size, right? The main street, and you have little communities, little pockets of communities, and I consider Rosemary District and Gillespie Park and Laurel Park. I consider that all part of downtown. I mean, obviously this is the downtown core, but the size of Main Street and these offshoots. I'm talking about Osprey and Orange and
Lemon, Pineapple.
First and
Mhm.
Second. All these streets make this community feel like a very accessible, approachable.
It
right?
is.
Because of its
It is.
size. It's not overwhelming.
And you know what's also really interesting too? We had Kim Livingood, who does the bazaar on Apricot and Lime on.
Yeah, right.
Actually, we did the show
Right.
there last weekend at
Right.
the actual bazaar.
Right.
And we had Kyle Batty, Mr. Kyle Batty, the mayor,
Okay.
came over.
Yeah,
We
sure.
interviewed him.
Sure.
And here's the Bay Runner.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody. Okay, he'll be back at Patrick's here shortly. So if anyone wants to go to Lido,
It's going to be here.
it's going to be here in about 23 minutes. Not 24, 23.
23 minutes.
Okay.
Reverse.
But it's right there at Lime.
Yeah.
Right. But it's just interesting how she's really pushing the Limelight District, and
Oh, yeah.
it's now named the Limelight District.
Yeah.
And because of all the expansion
She's
going
done it.
east and
Yeah.
going north and everything,
Done an
pretty
incredible
soon.
job.
Like if you're
Yeah.
looking 2 to 4 years.
yeah.
I mean, we may be looking like another Rosemary, another Gillespie, just right there east of 301.
It's always a good idea, the city planners, to support the efforts to create little communities within the overall community is
Mhm.
great. And naming them, giving them names, gives the little community a sense of community
Right,
again
right,
within
right.
an overall community. And she's done an amazing job
She
there.
does. She does so much work though too.
Yeah.
But so back to downtown.
Yes.
How you getting enough air there, Mr. Day?
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
we got
can-
a little.
can share it.
We have a little mini air conditioner out here.
I'll take the first
Okay.
hour, and
You
then you can
take-
take the next 5 minutes.
You
and
take the
then
first
that's
hour
it.
of coolness, and then when everything disappears, I'll get the air.
Yeah, once
Okay,
once
cool.
the temperature actually drops
So,
in 4 months.
oh yeah, wait till August, man. Just you guys think it's hot now? No, wait till August. You
Wait
guys
till
are the
there's
one to
no
just slit your
breeze.
throats.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. That was pretty graphic.
Yeah.
So downtown had always been Fruitville, like the northern cutoff, up to a point. Like not
Sure.
recently, obviously.
Sure.
So would you say now 10th Street now? Would you say 10th Street now would be kind of like including Rosemary, including that? Because
I would.
Rosemary now is considered
Yeah.
downtown.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I think that makes sense to me. I mean, certainly Boulevard of the Arts up to 10th Street, you feel like you're part of more of an urban core there than where you have a mixture of both commercial and residential.
Mhm.
So, yeah, absolutely. I would think so. Running over to, obviously, 301 Washington, and really that one stretch back over towards the police station and Payne Park. Payne Park Village.
Yeah, it was the longest time I didn't even know Payne Park existed.
Yeah,
and then I heard about it. I've been, I think, once. I don't know why, but just I guess it's a whole nother. It's fantastic.
It's
over
great.
there, right?
Yeah,
skate park.
Yeah,
the whole. I don't know. See, I gotta wander myself over there.
And speaking of new construction, of course, Payne Park Village is there, and that was an incredible project that actually showed the desirability of that area. You now have Lyria, the rental building, just north of it, and obviously on the other side of Payne Park Village is Paver Park, the community there.
Yeah.
And again, with a legacy trail running through there.
Yep.
That makes that whole area, that whole neighborhood.
Have you been on the trail?
Amazing. Yeah.
That is amazing.
Absolutely.
I'm going to take that to Venice one of these days.
Oh yeah, you got it.
Like it's 23 miles or something of straight.
Yeah. But you have to walk it on a day like today. Really.
Oh,
That's what I expect you to do, Mark.
I'm not sure if I could.
Your commitment.
I don't think I could hold the quantity of fluids I would need to actually make it without without water. Hey, you want to be a realtor? Make it down to Venice walking on a day like this without hydration.
Right.
Then you can call yourself a realtor.
Well, I think that's what's important about
I don't want
living here is you're a good representative of it, but you have to be able to understand the lifestyle and the people and the communities that make up Sarasota overall. It's an incredible place to live, and it's not just about which house you're in, it's which neighborhood and how easily you can access not just the beach but the restaurants, the shops, and of course
everything within easy walking distance. And the farmers market's a fantastic place. See, that's what. Okay, so we're supposed to represent people, and the clients are here, and they're in Sarasota and all that.
Right.
But what better place than to just actually meet the people? This is Sarasota.
Yeah.
Like these are the people that comprise Sarasota. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
how's it going?
Hey,
how's the smoothie?
How are you, sir? How are you, Ralph?
Yeah.
Hey, you got a minute? You want to sit and talk just for a couple seconds, or I know you're on your way to send this Raph from Classico.
Try to pull into the shade as much as you can.
You know what? Maybe you know what? Let's trade places. I don't want you out in the sun.
No, that's good.
Are you sure? Just a minute. Okay, let's go and let's go don our headphones here, if we could. All right. So we have Raph here, co-owner here of Classico Restaurant, the mainstay, one of the mainstay restaurants here in downtown Sarasota. Is Bring It Right Up to you, or? Yeah.
How are you guys? Like just walking by.
Just walking by. He only has a couple minutes.
Patronizing the farmers market, the fabulous farmers market here.
Yeah.
And seeing you two here on the street, and you guys are adding to the vibrancy because
you're
walking down, and all of a sudden you see these two characters
that don't really belong
talking away, and
something doesn't belong. It's this table.
No,
I appreciate that.
It makes the whole part of the scene here downtown.
Thank you. And we had the pleasure of speaking with Raph about a month or two ago in front of Rise and Nyes. Him and Kirsten Spoonseller, Sponsseller, I'm sorry, and told us all about some great stories, and we have those posted up on the podcast. And it's just a lot of great stuff.
The history that you have and the knowledge and the stories. Yeah.
Now, this gentleman wasn't here.
No,
last time. Is
this is my
sidekick?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Not this is my sensei. This is my sensei at Caldwell Banker. He's my broker at Caldwell Banker, Mr. Matthew Day.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yep. The pleasure of having him down here, just helping out.
Yeah.
Awesome. I saw you were a celebrity ice cream
scooper.
Yeah.
That was the thing.
That was
That was a moment of glory for him, for sure.
Then I donned the hat. And then they were like, "You're wearing this." I'm like, "No, I'm not." and I'm like, then I remembered who I was speaking to. I was speaking to Beaver Shriver. I'm like, "Okay, sure. I'm sorry. I apologize. Give me that ridiculous hat." But it was a lot of fun. It was just raining so much, and unfortunately, not many people. I think we had about 24 people came by. And
you had a lot of press.
But there was, it was, and I guess that's what it's about.
Yeah.
It's about just bringing attention to Rise and Nyes and this. I think the group was actually made for Rise and Nyes. I love downtown Sarasota. I think that my mission is just to create something to promote Rise and Nyes.
Yeah.
Because they're
and everything
fantastic.
else. You do an amazing job of promoting everybody and everything downtown.
Thank you.
It's
Thank
incredible,
you. Shop local.
Yeah.
It's
how's business for you?
Good.
Yeah.
We're down a little bit from last summer, and last summer was not as busy as the summer before.
Sure.
And I think that's indicative of everything. Everything's kind of shaken out a bit, but there's certainly more people here pre-pandemic times, and You're talking about Rise and Nyes. I hear they're moving out to Lakewood Ranch. A new location.
They actually have
is that right?
an outlet is going to go over there to Lakewood Ranch.
That's great. And it just things keep getting spread out, and more people are coming. But I do see more of an exodus this year than I had in the past, and everything else is open. I was in Italy 3 weeks ago, and just walking down the street, you usually hear all the Italians and the French and the Germans, and walking down any street I was in, they were all Americans everywhere.
Yeah.
So I think everybody's getting out again, and conversely, everything else is open again. You couldn't go to Europe a couple years ago,
Sure.
and a lot of our northern states are open again. They got smart and got opened up again.
Yeah. I think everybody, it's been pent up demand for a couple of years for everybody want to be able to get over to Europe. So, yeah, from what I understand, it's very busy over there with Americans. Yeah. Which is good. Everybody's getting it out of their system.
And we're hoping the Europeans come here like they used to.
Exactly. We want them back, for sure.
And particularly the summer months. A lot of you would see a lot of the English people.
Sure.
A lot of people from London would travel to the States. They love the summers here.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's your thoughts on all the openings, all the new restaurants? There's like a burgeoning of just all opening up. And I got Besso over here, and not a restaurant, but the cigar bar over at Corona Cigar Bar. There's the Toastique is opening up. Piano Bar eventually one day may come to fruition. Like a lot of new restaurants seem to be popping up.
Yeah, it's why the car dealers are all on the same street. It's why McDonald's is across from Burger King and next to Taco Bell. They're all coming and bringing more people. We just had the new deli open up next to us.
Okay, now is that open now on the 20th, right?
I think,
soft opening?
Yeah, there was a soft opening, and I walked by there this morning on the way to work.
You know what?
And it was really neat to see all the
people.
Yeah, and it's a neat concept too.
You're gonna get the air conditioning over there.
That's cool.
Okay.
So the answer is it's great to see the synergy, and I welcome it. We embrace it. My view has always been, you're my neighbor.
Yeah.
You need a cup of sugar, come over and get it. You need some, whatever.
Karma always comes back.
That's
it's
right.
always good.
And we trade with each other, and it's always so we love it.
Yeah.
And actually, I guess it boosts you as a business as well, because I mean, not everyone likes, what the food that they serve. So more people will come to the area, see Classico, who maybe hadn't otherwise, and come to they like Italian, so they come to see you. So it helps everybody. Right?
You know what I found the big economic boost, and I may have said this last time, is they could be building all the condos they want here.
Yeah.
And most of the people that are moving here, and a lot of the people that are here, this it could be their second or third home. So this time of year, a lot of them are gone.
Right.
But the big difference we've seen is the hotels. Think about that. 5 years ago, the Westin was not there.
Right.
The Art Ovation was not there. The A-Loft had just been built.
Yeah.
And
Sarasota Modern.
Embassy Suites.
Yeah, I think we had like the Indigo was the only thing that was kind of even
Hyatt.
there,
Well, the
right?
Hyatt was really
Hyatt.
the only thing.
Yeah.
The Ritz came in, in 2002 or 3, but that's a different market. But you have all these hotels, and that's what the economic driver is, as far as I'm concerned. Because every week, it doesn't matter summer, winter, all the Art Ovation people come in all the time. They're full capacity this weekend. Full. There's no vacancy. So that's a big economic boost. They can build all the condos they want, but half of them are empty.
Yeah.
But these hotels bring people every week. And there are new people that come and go. And so the restaurants are great, and these are the people who will fill them. But I love the hotels.
Which is
a
great
great job.
Coming up, Matt, too, with the soda going up here on Main Street here.
Yeah.
Middle Main Street. The soda is going to go up. Rumors about the Zenith.
What about the rental buildings? Would that have an impact because those people are less likely to...
Apartments?
Yeah, right.
The apartments are good. They're mostly year-round.
Yeah.
People like,
Right.
the
Arcos
and
the area.
the soda.
Yep.
Yeah. But it's
I just
interesting,
hope
the hotels.
I hope they become a little bit more realistic. The rents have just gotten whacked out,
Yeah.
and they should normalize a little bit.
Yeah. I think so, especially as the rates continue to grow and this place becomes the demand is the popularity here, right?
Yeah.
We just need a little bit more housing downtown, and that'll help soften things a little bit in terms of price. But it's obviously a popular place to be. Now, in your time here, I would imagine you've seen just more people on the streets, not just during the day, but certainly in the evening. You know, walking.
Raph has got stories.
Coming in and out of the restaurant, right? I mean, I just can't
stories.
imagine in the time
Well,
you've been
he's
here.
a walk-in history encyclopedia of downtown Sarasota.
Well, I moved here in '98, and when I moved here, the only thing that was really happening was the Hollywood 20 had just been built, and Mediterraneo was at that end of the street.
Right.
And if you came down the rest here, it was called no man's land. Half of the place was boarded up.
Yep.
Hard to imagine that
Speak to
today,
that, yeah.
because you can't even get a place now. But you know, that wasn't that long ago, and then you couple that with people used to come here for the beach and for the
Right.
sun and for the sand. Now people come for freedom. You know,
Yeah.
they come here and they're moving here and they don't even care that much about the beach. It's just a great place to be. And of course, with that, you have the great weather and a great lifestyle, and it's a healthy lifestyle.
Right.
But
Absolutely.
no, it's great to see the growth, and but it was it seems like a short time ago where half of Main Street was really boarded up.
And,
Yeah.
and I remember
Folks
that
just
too.
boarded
You would
up.
come down
Yeah.
here, you'd go to a show, whatever you wanted to do. You did your shopping and then you left. Like there was nothing to do here. There's no reason to stay. Like, and now it's like it's hard to leave. Like we were between Cask and Ale and Classico and now the cigar. I mean, there's something for everybody here.
Right.
And see the Bay Runner.
Here comes
23
the Bay
minutes.
There you go.
There you go. Anybody that wants to go to Lido,
I think I got
jump on the Bay Runner.
I think I'm going to catch that.
Like-
I gotta go.
Okay, hey, mate, Rip. I know you stayed longer than you wanted to, man. Thank you so
it's
much.
always a pleasure to see you guys,
No,
and
thank
it's
you.
great how you push everything and promote things and we make all this awareness, and it's awesome.
Thank you.
It's great.
Man, it's all grassroots.
he's
It's an
love it.
experiment
Amazing.
the entire way. You know, we're starting now with the broadcasting out. You know.
Oh, yeah.
So we're doing so for the first time.
Yeah, that's
so
great.
people giving us those fuzzy eyeball looks.
Yeah,
that's
that's
why.
okay.
Pretty soon we'll have 15 cameras on it, whatever. Our own, not media.
you-
I mean, because nobody cares.
You know how it goes. It takes a village. And this
Yeah.
is, this
Yeah.
is the village.
This is part of
Absolutely.
it.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
Nice
Thank
to
you,
meet you.
Raph.
Thank you
Thank
very
you so
much.
much.
Yeah. Good to see
Anybody's
ya.
getting hungry, please, Classico, right there on Main. Always delicious.
Yeah. Thanks.
All right,
We'll see you
thank
later.
Oh, it's good. I'm gonna give away houses. I think I might just give away some houses. I got some extras.
Yeah, pull them out. You got to
No,
pull
God,
out
I'm
the
not
little
kidding.
red house
Anybody wants a house? Come
Yeah,
on
you
over.
gotta
I'll
pull
give
out
you a
your
house
little
for
red
free
house.
right now.
with some chocolate. It
No,
looks like from.
Well, we'll get a cleaner version. Well, hold on.
So,
All right, here's my-
the
here's my
knowledge that
deeds.
he has and the experience that he's had just downtown versus the quiet downtown versus the busy downtown, the active downtown. I try to remind people too that just walking over to St. Armand Circle is a 2.5 mile walk.
Yeah, it's not that.
It's not that far.
You could healthily walk it, or I mean,
Yeah.
you got the Veo scooters now.
Yeah.
You get
The
the Bay
scooters
Runner
are-
takes
yeah.
you right past there
Yeah.
anyway too.
And you think about that, right? In any major city in the U.S. or in Europe, to walk 2.5 miles is nothing. Right?
Yeah, right.
And so, obviously, on a hot day like today, it may not be as fun, but certainly it's a short walk
and
at
it's
the
so-
end of the day.
And I agree.
Yeah.
But it's just so easy to get very bougie here.
Yeah.
Because I remember because coming down here, I was over at Made, the restaurant.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Oh,
you know
yeah,
what
yeah.
Made is.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you. You know Made.
Yeah.
And I had some friends over here at Cask and Ale, and it's more than a couple blocks. I mean, you got to walk through the middle of down. See, I'm already talking bougie.
Yeah.
You gotta walk just 4 blocks. So like, come on down. We're at Cask. And I'm like, all right, I'll be there in a minute. I gotta drive. And so it took me a while because I had to drive down to Cask. He's like, dude, why'd you drive, man? It was like a 3-block walk.
Literally,
I'm like, but it was a 3-block walk.
Yeah.
I had walked 3 blocks. So it's hard not to get bougie in this town, but it just everything's so walkable.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
so accessible to everybody.
you live
all the time.
downtown, you could actually walk,
Mhm.
park your car, and then walk wherever you want to go.
Exactly. Park it over. I'm
At
sorry.
your house.
Yeah, park it over at. Where was I?
Your office.
Yeah, no, park it over at like Arcos maybe, or I actually didn't hear that. People that are not residents of Arcos don't park there, but it is free parking.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, actually, okay. I'm going to say this once. I'll never repeat it again, although it is being taped.
Yeah, never say it again.
The first floor of Arcos is guest parking. It's free, and then all around the building it's free too. So if you guys didn't hear that, I'm not saying it again.
Oh, yeah. So
free parking over there. Okay, he's confirming, or he's about ready to tell on me. I don't know.
Just putting a sign up over there saying,
told me I was number one.
No visitors. Yeah, no.
He said that? No visitors?
No, he said.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So
Just
last time we
double.
were here, we had the gentleman over at Tweeds came over and talked to us.
Yeah.
And if you can hear us over at Tweeds, if at some point you can talk to us again, we'd love it.
Is that Mr. Tweed himself?
That's not the gentleman we spoke to last time. Yeah, I don't know. I know he's a single guy at the booth there.
Well, let's talk a little bit about real estate since we're downtown.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
There's some interesting new construction downtown. Obviously, there's obviously resales. We have great stock of product for anybody who's looking to buy in downtown, whether it's a resale or new construction. Whether it's a water view, an urban view, or your sign fell down.
My sign view.
We need to work on the sign.
I got double. Yeah, see everything. You know what? I got. Oh, we got it. Stick it like that. Oh, there we go. Maybe stuck it there with. I know it's a little off kilter, but it's with Velcro. I got it.
What made you move downtown?
Who? I'm going to throw something at you at left field, and this is a tough one. Okay. Who has the most new construction projects downtown? That
would be
Caldwell Banker. That'd be us.
Banker. Yeah, that would
oh
be
my
Caldwell
goodness,
Banker.
that's right. That's us.
Luxury stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
But that's not. But as good as that is, that kind of like we're just happy to see good, smart buildings being built downtown to accommodate the demand. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And fill these restaurants and shops and retailers with people year-round, right? Because you can't have all of this business be successful without having people being here.
Right.
And historically, from what I understand,
smelling a little loud.
There was a lot of people that weren't here. It was a quiet downtown, and by having far more options, housing options now, both for sale as well as for rent.
Yeah.
People can live here. So we got to find out who lives here. So the next person that walks by,
let's get them.
Ask.
Yeah, and let's see who
lives here.
Who lives here? Who's visiting
Where do they
here?
live? So
let's see. You know what?
Is this your first time at the farmers market? Yeah. All right. So we've had plenty
on these things. I got to pump up the jam on these.
Yeah, you got to increase the volume.
I got to increase the kryptonite flow, the flux capacitor on this thing.
So in the meantime, let's talk a little bit about the.
All right, so
real estate.
All right, we pump up the jam.
So it's always interesting to find out where people are coming from and why they're here, just for the day, and what towns they're moving from, because a lot of people, of course, are not originally from Florida or Sarasota for that matter. Right. So they come down here, and they want to be a part of this really cool.
And that's why this is
here in Sarasota.
That's why this is so great, because we have the opportunity to meet people right downtown. Okay, be careful. Don't look at us. Don't look at us, because we're going to ask you to talk.
Yeah, we're going to ask you
we're
to
gonna
talk
ask
again.
You to talk. Just don't look at us. Don't make eye contact with us, because. Sit on. Oh,
right on. Excellent.
Are you
good?
Caldwell Banker. Caldwell Banker. Come check. We're right downtown, right by the Sage. Check us out. You'll love it there. And this is our broker. You could actually have an interview right now.
Yeah.
Okay. No, but these are the people here that comprise Sarasota, so it's great. But talking to Raph when he was talking about the hotels and everything going up.
Yeah, it's interesting to know, right?
That's a huge factor here, because that's something that really.
To know
you've
that
had a couple, right? Yeah. But then with the expansion of SRQ, more people coming down to check out the area. But where are they going to stay? You're going to Airbnb and rent? That's crazy right now.
And to his point, there's more restaurants, more shops. Yeah.
Oh, no.
And I'm selling my books there. And I guess I'm an age
Yeah, we could put it down a little bit.
Sure.
Yeah, of course. Of course. We'll put it down 1 notch.
So the idea is that we have the hotels full of people who can come to the restaurants and shops, of course, and then, as to his point, any other restaurants, any other retail shops, Ralph is in support of, because the more people that are around, the more that they're more likely to come into his restaurant or into the other shops, and that's what we really want, is the activity and the people, right? And it's always a good thing to have those people wandering around town. This farmers market is amazing. It is always active, always full with people, even on a day like today when it's pretty hot out.
Right. And even like I've noticed the past couple weeks, it seemed like it was less, but for some reason, like right today, now it seems a lot more busy now than it was. I mean, not like in season, but more people out braving the the 90-degree weather, the humidity, the 110% humidity, just to have fun here. But it is interesting. Back to the hotels for a second, how you're seeing like more interest in having the hotels.
Yes.
To have people to be able to temporarily stay, to find out about the area.
Right.
And I think we've got 3 in the works right now. Soda, possibly Zenith.
That's a
And
possibility.
it's a lot could happen. I mean, that's not
Right.
in stone, obviously. Soda is
right. And there'll be more,
and
of course.
others.
Yeah. And Art Ovation is full. To his point, that's a huge point to make it, even during the summer months. But it's also a good idea to have us to be able to bring back Europeans back into the summer months. That would be great. We haven't had that in a while, and it requires hopefully some marketing, some pushing into that back to get Europeans here buying and visiting, because there would always be French, Germans, English, Scandinavians coming here, visiting during the summer months, both at the hotels as well as at rentals and buying.
Yeah. You know what I think was fascinating. So going back to our weekly meetings and going over stats and everything that we do religiously to find out what the trends and patterns and everything are. Right. That last year, this quarter, that it was about 5.6 months worth of inventory.
It depends on the single-family homes. It's been last month here in Manatee, Sarasota County. It's been about 3 months worth of inventory for single-family homes.
Now,
right now.
I'm talking the same time last year.
Yeah, so last year was about a month and a half of inventory for single-family homes in Sarasota, and now it's about 3 months as of.
Hey guys,
months.
You come talk to us. Good morning. Come. No, it's not about. No, just talk about downtown. I'm not going to pitch you. Downtown, who you are.
Come on over.
This is not. No, this is.
We'd love to hear anything you want to talk about.
What you're doing here, where you're from. Just
have a seat right here.
Yeah. The people that are Sarasota.
My daughter's visiting, so.
Your
Please.
daughter's visiting.
Go ahead. Don
Fantastic.
your headset there if you don't mind.
Good. I'm Matt.
Hey, Matt.
This is Mark.
How are you? If you
Right.
don't mind donning your headset
Jill.
right there.
Here, you can put this on if you don't mind.
Sure.
And then you can talk right
It's
into
gotta
that
be
mic.
like a rock star. You got to get right up on there.
Hello.
So you live here,
I do live here.
and you live downtown.
I live just north of downtown on the bayfront, right
Excellent.
by sort of like what I used to call the edge of the ghetto, but now it's kind of expanding and cleaning up north.
Oh, you're like so
Excellent.
Indian Shores area.
Yeah, right
that?
before that. I'm right on Whitaker Bayou.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Excellent.
nice.
Just behind the Bay Club.
Yeah.
Did you walk here?
Not today.
Yeah, a little hot.
Well, we were out a little late.
Yeah.
Stayed up a little late.
Yes, that's
a little
a very
hot.
PC way of saying we partied all night long.
Well, it's our first night in.
Right.
And where are you from?
From Dallas.
From Dallas. You here for a couple days or
Yeah,
for what? What do you?
Tuesday.
First time here?
Negative.
Negative. Okay, she knows.
How long have you been living
I've been here 12 years. I moved
Okay.
here from Dallas.
So that's where you raised your daughter, your
Yes,
kids. Okay.
and two of her sisters. And I moved here for the cool summers, but now,
Yeah,
now
that
one
changed.
wonders. That seems to
Yeah,
be
this whole global
changing.
warming thing, and now it just
Not
all
so
went
much.
to-
Something's happening.
Yeah.
Something's
All went.
happening.
Story here on Mark is the real estate dude. What's your scene? Because you have a DJ voice.
I'm a
Oh,
Oh.
you
You're a
hear?
broker
And
also.
he does
Yeah.
not.
Okay, because you guys got the DJ voice.
Interesting. Yeah.
No, actually,
You do too, Kyle.
no. This is my broker. So I'm
That's your
lucky
broker.
enough to have Mr.
So
Matthew
that's
Day,
your broker, and you're the real estate
agent.
I
Yes.
have a real estate license.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
too.
yeah.
Excellent. For here in
But
Florida.
do you have a DJ voice?
No, I don't.
All right. Let me turn on my DJ voice.
There it
There
is.
it
I
is.
can.
All
I
right.
can,
Where's-
I can
So,
try and do that. if
have you
want.
been here for a while?
Now we're selling.
Yeah. So no, I had one in Florida. In Dallas. Just kept it for family business.
Sure.
There was no reciprocity, so I got it here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I decided I'm not that good with humans.
How about?
So you decided to put it in the referral network.
your referral
somewhere.
I did that for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it's active now.
It is active. I keep it active. I keep the education
Okay.
up.
Where
and
do
all
you keep
that.
it active? What
Well,
brokerage?
I'm not hung right now. I'm
Okay,
not
gotcha.
hung. That's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Uh,
Sorry.
Yeah. No. That's why. Hey, it's a family show.
That's okay.
It's-
We're
it's a-
No, I keep a license.
He's like, I'm not packing right now.
Valid. I'm not.
I gotcha. I gotcha.
Although you can.
Yeah.
Apparently.
So what brought you to Sarasota? What made you pick Sarasota?
I lived in Puerto Rico years ago, and I always thought I'd go back somewhere closer to the water. Dallas
Sure.
was
No, let's go.
inland.
All
But
right. We're
I
just gonna
had
take
friends
this-
who moved here,
We're just gonna take that down.
and I started
Let's go and give
visiting.
her the air conditioning.
And I never thought in a million years I'd have an interest in Florida.
Sure.
Because my East Coast relatives used to go down to like Boca to die, I
Sure.
just didn't have a thing. So I started visiting my girlfriend here and just fell in love with the place.
It's amazing.
It's
And
amazing.
do you come to farmers market every day, every weekend?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I play golf sometimes.
Gotcha. What's your favorite purchase, drink, beverage?
I love it during season when the organic farms are here and the
Yeah.
hydroponic farm with the lettuce.
That's great.
I love the
Lettuce.
empanada lady. I
lettuce.
love the
Love
Firmalicious
lettuce.
lady. I love the greens, the sprouts.
You
No,
definitely know your farmers market.
she-
I'm a fan. I'm
Yeah.
a fan.
She knows. So, if you were to come out here in the evenings, and I imagine occasionally you would, right? Where would best? And there are many good restaurants. Oh, well, let me use my radio voice.
Where'd you go last night?
Many good restaurants.
We ate out at Esplanade. A friend of mine lives out there, so we were
Okay.
invited to a luau. We didn't eat downtown.
Okay.
Where would you if you did?
I love Duval's.
Mm-hmm.
I love Mediterraneo.
Selva.
I love
Selva
Selva.
Grill. Yeah, my son-in-law works there. Over at
Oh,
Selva.
really?
Yeah.
Love Selva.
Yeah, he's so.
That's where my daughter and her two sisters came in 2 years ago. And they surprised me for my
Oh,
birthday.
so
and
good.
we all went to
Classico.
Selva.
You guys go to.
I like Classico. I love Epicure. That's kind of
Epicure?
a
Yeah.
Yeah, we
yeah,
went
yeah,
to
yeah.
Selva. We went to a couple other places.
Hyde Park for the steak, Hyde Park Steakhouse or Boca
Not
over
a
here.
big meat eater.
Yeah.
Some more fish.
Yeah, more
Yeah,
fish.
Duval's. Yeah.
Fish
Yeah.
and the ethnic. Some of the ethnic restaurants. Are
Yeah.
Do you like Indian food?
I love it.
Have you been to Turmac?
And I live right near it, but I have not been there yet.
so
Turmeric.
good.
Is it really?
Oh, it's so
We were
good.
skeptical.
It's a little pricey. I mean, but you get nice portions, and
Go.
it's very, and the atmosphere is fantastic. It's really a good place.
Isn't it
Go.
owned by the same people that had Rasoy down in South Sarasota? I've heard it was.
That I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
So interesting you said the atmosphere part because from the outside it doesn't look like that's going to be the case.
No, it's
You know,
Yeah.
so it kind of gives a vibe like cheesy, two-story.
Might be.
no.
Right, it's
Yeah,
good.
they probably should work on that vibe. It's probably keeping people away. But no, once you go inside, it's very, very good. They've got a second store, obviously a second story, but they've got VIP area that you can reserve it. Little, but they do it in a good way. They-
And my newest
Check it
venture
out.
here was going to the new cigar bar.
oh, that place is fantastic.
you got-
Unbelievable.
Did you both go?
No, I went with a guy friend of mine.
Okay.
Wasn't that good?
It's
I
phenomenal.
just got in last night, so
Okay.
So-
we're just about to start our journey.
Okay. Are the other two sisters coming in?
Not this
Not
trip.
this trip.
No. Okay.
Next time.
Okay.
Were you amazed at the fact
You got
that
the
it
favorite one,
Didn't
though.
really didn't smell that
See-
smoky in there.
No, that's what I was telling
It was
Bill.
amazing.
It's the ventilation system's incredible. We went up and got a tour of the VIP
Yep.
area and the
Yep.
lockers. It was very.
Oh, I didn't realize there was a second floor out there.
Yeah. Oh,
wow.
yeah.
You gotta-
So we were some people
you
were
gotta be
talking about
special.
because always you got those people that some people have different opinions.
Right.
So you're always like, we don't want a cigar bar here because we just don't want the smoke and the smell. Like you don't smell it walking up. In fact, when you go inside, you barely. You do smell
And
smoke.
the bar is.
But the
off
bar
the
is.
chart.
And did you see
Unbelievable. That whole
unbelievable
blue
section
light,
of
yeah.
of
Pretty cool.
beverages?
I'm interested in going just to check it out, but I don't want to be choking. She's like, no.
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 It's really good.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Really
you
good.
won't.
And
And there's
I've
a
been
good
some of the others. This
a
was-
good selection
Yeah.
of cigars, a couple of rows of cigars.
And they have girls ones.
They got everything.
Like,
I went in there straight up and said, I don't know anything about cigars. Just I'll be transparent. What would you recommend? And the guy was very nice. talked me through all the selections. And I picked one, and he cut it for me. And
He
he's
does
like,
it.
"How do you want it cut? Like what way?" I'm like, I don't.
V-cut.
Yeah.
I
you
cut
got
it the way I can smoke it. I don't know.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
cut it. Your choice.
Right.
And so he did, and he lit it right there. I went to the bar and got some drinks. It was great, and it wasn't that expensive. I mean,
No,
I mean,
I
what's-
don't know. I didn't pay.
yeah. Well, yeah.
What's on the
You shouldn't
agenda
have to
for
pay.
today? What are you doing today?
We're going from here to Armand's. We have to pick
Okay.
up a T-shirt for my granddaughter that's from a store she
My baby.
likes.
Yeah.
Probably going to go over to Salty Dog, grab a fish sandwich. liver
Excellent.
chicken
Life here is
salad.
tough, man.
Tonight, what are we gonna do?
We're going up and meeting a bunch
Going
of
to Cask
friends
and
up
Ale.
at Caddy's
Oh.
in Bradenton. There's
Oh.
a big meetup group going up there.
Caddies. I
And,
lived up there for a little while. That place is great. Right there on the point.
Yep.
Caddies on the point.
And then there's a party at the
We're
Westin at
seeing
8 with
what
the
kind of
DJ.
guys
Yep,
we
that's
elect
Joey
tonight.
D.
You guys got a full agenda.
We
We
picked
have
the right
options.
people.
We like options.
Yeah.
I need to
Gonna
take a
have go
nap
home
just
and
listening to you.
Wash off and get dressed
So,
nice to go
Are you
there.
familiar with
Right.
Joey D? And
Yeah.
Joey
Yeah,
D's
yeah,
doing it.
yeah.
He did our we did a meet and greet down at Cine Bistro
Oh,
2
nice.
nights ago,
Oh, fun.
and he was fantastic. And he always is. He always puts on a great party. So.
It's it's well, she knows I moved here and family, has thought about why I haven't moved back to Dallas. I'm like, no, that's not
I
happening.
actually don't think
She's like, Ashley, I
Don't even ask anymore.
She's always
Yeah.
been a water person. She likes
Yeah.
to be by the beach and like by
It's
water
beautiful.
and
Yeah.
palm trees, tropical.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
so
Yeah.
nothing
Thank
you
you
mentioned
very
today
much
seems
for-
stressful at
Yeah.
all. Like nothing
Yeah,
you were
right.
saying. Like I was trying. Then we got to go back and do our taxes.
Okay.
Like,
That's
no.
stressful.
I'm
No.
gonna wipe these off. I am a sweaty.
It's all
Hey,
good.
Thank you so much for
very
coming
much.
out.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Thank
taking
you
the
so
time.
much.
Stopping in.
It's
Yeah.
a pleasure. Very
Good
nice.
luck with everything.
Thank you. Very nice to meet you.
Pleasure. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. See you later. Nice to see you. Yeah.
Bye.
See you later. Have
Y'all
fun
take
today.
care.
Yeah.
Good
That's
luck
all
with this
good.
heat, man.
I know, right? I feel it all on my back.
All right, so we want to be, particularly cognizant of, because Gator Club
guests.
is nice enough to go and let us here. So I always, when people come over here, I ask them
Yeah,
if it's okay.
if it's
And
okay,
everyone's
but-
like cool about it.
Oh, yeah.
But I want to be polite about it. So back to the new construction again,
Yeah.
because it's always what's everyone is talking about. What's
Here's
going
Mr.
on.
Dirk Dahl coming our way right
Oh
now.
my good,
actually.
Mr. New Construction himself, Mr. Dirk Dahl, is approaching. Elvis is coming into the building, into the tent.
The umbrella.
The umbrella.
The umbrella. of-
Please come in. And you know what? And we don't even really need to don our headphones, I don't think, because
I think it's good. Yeah.
we don't. As long as he talks into the mic like a rock star, I think we're
so
okay.
so Dirk Dahl is also.
You got the air conditioning, my friend.
Yeah.
You feel it?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Right, if I hold it right here.
Put it
Yeah.
right in your lap.
So Dirk Dahl is also an agent at Coldwell Banker in the downtown office, and we were just talking about new construction. We were talking about living downtown. We were talking about the hotels. The gentleman from Classico, Ralph, was just talking about how his business mostly feels the impact of hotels. He said that Art Ovation, for example, is fully booked this weekend, and that those guests are the one that's because a lot of the hotels, to his point, during the summer months, not the hotels, the condos during the summer months, many of them are half empty, if not more. And so those hotels are what helps sustain the business during the summer months. Mm-hmm. And so he's very appreciative of the addition of the hotels, obviously speaking of Sarasota Modern, Embassy Suites, Westin, Art Ovation, Aloft, in addition to the Ritz and the Hyatts
Yeah.
and Indigo.
Yeah.
Those all have had an impact. So it was good to hear.
They have had an impact.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think, Mark, you and I
Gotta get
once-
right up on there. You get it
We-
right. And you can move it up to you if it's
Can
it's
it-
easier.
like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go. Right. I think, Mark, you and I spoke at one of these Saturday street talks not long ago that one led to the other.
Yeah.
Which-
Like the chicken
which-
and the egg. Which one came first? Right?
Which
Like-
one?
Yeah.
The increase in the amount of flights into Sarasota, or the hotels, which
Yeah.
created which?
Right.
As we all know, there was a time not too long ago that you had really the Hyatt downtown,
Right.
and that was it up until probably the early 2000s when Indigo was built.
Sure.
All right, so he still had a very limited number of hotel rooms. In fact, there was a time when the Orioles started coming here that people couldn't find hotel rooms coming out of Baltimore, Washington, D.C. area, even to come down and see the
games,
the spring games. Then some other hotels opened up, and all of a sudden we went from, I think, 20-something flights a day to 87 flights a day.
Sure.
You know, and those flights are coming out of areas up north that would bring year round because of our beaches.
Yeah. And it's interesting too because we do the Florida Economic Conference once a month here at Gator Club upstairs, and we had Mr. Rick Piccolo, the CEO of SRQ, come up and talk about the entire thing, and what they're doing there is amazing. I mean, as far as the expansion there, it's in a huge proportion.
When I moved here, there was a joke around town that the concourse that led to to get onto the aircraft had a clap-on, clap-off light system.
Sure.
Okay,
I think I was there during that time.
It was. I'm sure you were. There was.
It was a cargo container that you walked in, and then you walked on the tarmac, and then you went to the plane.
There were so few flights.
This statistic right here shows that SRQ had served 4,113,442 passengers, a 9% increase compared to the 3.7 million passengers for last year for the same period. So the first for the 12 months ending in April of this year versus the 12 months ending, there's already been a 9% increase. So, it's impressive to see.
It is, and of course we don't have that many hotel rooms directly on the beaches. You know, so the hotel rooms are really geared towards downtown. So people that are coming to the beaches are actually staying downtown and enjoying downtown and making what downtown has evolved into over the last 20 years. Mark, you can remember when downtown rolled itself up.
Oh my God,
At night.
Total change.
Total change completely.
I mean, I've heard places like Cascanale, where we're hopping. I've heard that, and just the rumor has it. I've never been myself, but okay, that's a lie. I have, but yeah, so many more things to do. And we were talking before you got here about how there's a reason to stay now downtown. Like there's things to do. Whereas back, not even 15 years ago, you'd come in here, you'd do your shopping, and you'd leave. You'd do your thing. There's no reason to stay.
Right.
And then now with the condos going up with 100 Central and with 1350 Main and
the additions of, obviously there's two Publix grocery stores. There's Whole Foods.
Oh yeah, correct.
And then Sprouts is going to be coming in. The addition of Sprouts is great. More competition, more opportunity for people to be able to shop, and other places for people to walk to. So it's all good to keep it vibrant and active. Most hours of the day in downtown Sarasota,
and with all things the regular person would need without having to go out to leave the downtown area.
Well, the addition of the apartments and Sprouts and the other retail that's going to go in on the east end of Main Street is going to be an anchor on that end that will allow from Orange to Washington, to North Washington, to start developing along Main Street.
Right.
You know, obviously we know this Soto is going to be developed, hotel and condominiums that would be east of Orange Avenue. And I was working with one of our development partners yesterday on pricing on another condo concept that would be east of Orange, also on Main Street, and the possibility of that coming along.
Excellent.
But it's so we're going to see at some point from Gulfstream to North Washington, that Main Street be one long enterprise. I actually wouldn't mind seeing parts of Main Street being vehicular neutral.
That's my next question. What do you think the likelihood of that might be? Like sections up to, let's say, Orange. Like Orange to Pineapple. Like maybe just this section. Do you think that's feasible? Viable?
You know, that's something in the future. I mean, I know communities that have that have the retail has become so strong. Boulder, Colorado is the example. That their Pearl Street is built that way, which just is a wonderful pedestrian retail a restaurant area. But you know, that's something in the future.
Yeah.
Let's see. We probably need some additional parking garages to be able to accomplish that.
Right.
You know.
Right.
But there's room for those garages along Fruitville.
Yeah. Right.
So
there
are
some lots there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So anyway, yeah. What else you all been talking about?
Oh, we're just talking to people coming by too. We got
we're talking to people.
people here like
we're talking about just the lifestyle downtown.
Mr. Misty Sarasota is again rolling on by with Charlie. See, just bringing vibrancy and just fun to the downtown area. And then little Charlie right there. Hey, Charlie. For the longest time, I thought that dog was stuffed because he never moved.
Right, he is.
There he is.
Just, there he goes. He moves. He's alive.
Stretching his legs.
Yeah.
He is very happy.
Look at just check him out. So yeah, she's got an entire. She's like her entire brand. She's her own brand, just jumping around.
We've been talking about also just the whole idea of
okay.
bringing people down here, getting people into the area, making them happy to be here, winter and summer. That we haven't had. We were talking about Europeans, and it seems like we just haven't for the last 4 years or so had the European visitors and buyers that we did previously, and hopefully we can get them to come back into the marketplace because we just haven't had them here. Pre-COVID it really started, and then it was clearly happening in COVID too. So, but it'd be great to have them back because they were a big part of the summer months.
Yeah, I've wondered what have kept them back. Either where are they going, or why aren't they crossing the pond like they used to? It might be the economy over there. You know, we've got Mark and I have a development listing that is owned by some folks from the Czech Republic, and in visiting with them, there is in parts of Europe, a lot of Central Europe, some real unknown that's going on in their world.
Yeah.
But the cost of inflation, the cost of petroleum products there now because of the war in Ukraine, just the uncertainty of Russia, and they look at it through historical eyes that go back thousands of years. And there's not a lot of confidence in a lot of those economies right now.
Sure.
Because of what's taking place in Eastern Europe.
Right. Yeah, it has a big impact. I was just reading that, a couple of things that always seem to have an impact on our economy one way or another, even in the buying power, is that this will be the worst wheat production for the U.S. since 1950. And how does that impact us? And we'll be importing European wheat for on a scale that we haven't seen since 1950. And what does that do to bread prices, cake mixture, and all of the stuff that's based with wheat. And so that just will increase prices. With increased interest rates, we'll see an increase in gas prices. How does that affect, the economy? How does it affect the buyer pool? Retailers, major retailers are seeing a slowdown. Target, Macy's, they've all reported a slowdown in the first quarter of the year. No surprise, right? So how do you, balance that with Sarasota being an extremely popular place and people wanting to be here in a very busy and active farmers market, which shows that it's pretty positive things are going on out there, right?
I think so. You know, the announcements of two of projects that you manage, Matt at Caldwell Banker, the breaking ground of 688, and the peninsula here in downtown has actually helped the other projects that are on the verge of breaking ground increase their sales and sales activity. People seeing two projects starting to come out of the ground brings confidence towards all the projects, really.
Sure.
Yeah. You know, as you know, the third project that Matt manages is a project that I'm involved in, the Edge. We've had an increase in activity that's been a little bit better than we had at the end of the season.
Right.
With presentations and a couple of very high-end contracts.
Yeah.
So that's been very encouraging.
Right.
And I think we'll see more of that is the Edge when it breaks ground in the latter part of the summer, and a couple of others when they break ground. I think we'll see another little mini boom in new construction sales.
Yeah.
So how much longer do you think until One Park? I know One Park's got a couple of hurdles it has to, not hurdles, but I mean, you know, the normal things it has to get through before it can really continue on. But how much longer do you think until that breaks ground?
Oh, it's going to be a bit. There's a court challenge, and we all know that anything that has a court challenge is going to take time. So I think that we're looking at that being resolved sometime in September. I know the developer is still exceptionally positive on moving forward, and they continue to have sales.
And that's going to be a gorgeous project.
It is.
That's going to be such a...
It is.
Bring attention to Sarasota. I mean, like, there's probably nothing like that in the country as far as like the uniqueness of that building. I imagine
there's phenomenal projects throughout town, right? And just One Park is 123 units. We'll have beautiful views facing north and south, for that matter. North over the Bay Park project, and you know, one way or another, we expect ground will be broken sometime either by the end of the year or first quarter of 2024, but very optimistic. You know, they're still selling units over there, and it's a beautiful architectural building, and that's what we need more of.
Sure.
Is architecturally designed buildings downtown. So there's a real appeal for that building.
And the showroom is right here on Lemon. For those that want to come by, it's right here in Lemon next to the cigar bar here, the Corona Cigar Bar, across from Madison's.
Right.
And it's a great presentation in there. You go in there and they'll take great care of you, and they show you every aspect of the project. It's fantastic. So,
well, I think another project that Caldwell Banker represents is its building, the 688 project. That is going to be an icon of a condominium building in downtown Sarasota. There's 10 residences in it. It's going to be exceptionally exclusive. The design of it is just absolutely gorgeous. It's 70% sold out.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, 70% sold out. And of course,
what's left in the building? Is it?
There's three units that start, I believe, at just under $7 million.
Yeah.
And then the penthouse is available. So there's going to be someone come along that's going to buy one of the most iconic penthouses in all of Sarasota at some point.
No.
The views are phenomenal.
That development group, the Van Dyke group out of Toronto, is really a first-class developer. What they did at 188, back in 2016, also on Golden Gate, which is the highest resale condominium by dollar square foot in Sarasota, along with what they did at the Orange Club, a different price range, but yet in its price range, one of the best reselling condominiums in Sarasota. And I look to see that 688 is going to follow suit along with the Van Dyke's first two projects.
Yeah, right.
And then
right.
there's Peninsula, then two right there on Golden Gate Point as well. Right, the Peninsula. Right, that's going on too.
Yeah, Peninsula Sarasota, more in the middle of the peninsula. On the interior. It's 2 towers. It's 23 units, and they have 15 of the units under agreement in contract out of the 23.
Nice.
And they've begun construction, as has 688, as Dirk mentioned, and both 2 beautiful buildings on Golden Gate Point. So there's really some great development going on in downtown Sarasota. That's both, I would say, mid-sized to smaller in their presence on the skyline, both in their number of units that they have available. So, again, bringing more options for buyers into the marketplace. And there's a thirst for new construction. People really love the trends and the color palettes and the designs that come with new construction. The floor plans are well thought out. And
well, then, of course, another project that Caldwell Banker represents downtown that I'm working with on a daily basis, the Edge, which is in core downtown.
Yep.
It's just a block and a half from Main Street.
Ideal location.
Ideal location, and the design of that building is different than about anything that's currently being built in its own right.
Sure.
It's 27 residences, and the building's built so that that all 4 residences on each floor are basically corner residences. That are highlighted by 500 square foot outdoor balconies.
The floor plans are fabulous. They're outstanding at the Edge.
Each residence has 3 different views. Our northwest residence looks west, northwest, and north, and so every other residence, like the southwest residence, looks west, southwest, and south. So there's sweeping panoramic views that are a little bit different than some of the other downtown buildings that look either north or south or east or west, but not having that panoramic view from everywhere in their great rooms.
Right. And the showroom for the Edge is right there at our downtown office, Caldwell Banker.
It is.
And Christine and Dirk to go and speak with them if anyone wants any information about that. And they've got a fantastic full presentation, for anyone that is more interested in that.
The parking at the Edge is also great. 2 parking spots, but plenty of additional parking.
Two parking spots per residence. Each residence is around 3,000 square feet. All of our penthouses actually have private 3-car garages.
That's amazing.
Which is very, very unique.
And when you say private, does that mean enclosed garage door?
Enclosed garage door garages that are climate controlled, have electricity in them for charging stations, etc.
Right. And do you find that there's a demand? Obviously, you've been working in the new construction field for a long time. Do you feel like there's a demand now for the EV charging stations?
Well, yes, absolutely. The last couple of contracts we went, in fact, the last 2 contracts we went to, that was part of the negotiation process of making sure that there was a charging station available for vehicles for each of those residences. Yeah.
Nice.
And do you find some of the older buildings downtown? Some of the older buildings downtown, are they trying to put in EV stations too?
Yeah, but I think there's been some. I've heard of some pushback. They're not aware of it. That insurance companies may not want those in underground or under building stations because of life safety reasons.
Fire.
Interesting too. I showed 100 Central last night, and they were talking about how they're going to add to it the EV stations there at the parking spaces at 100 Central. So I guess more adopting that, like within there. I agree.
Yeah, it's definitely here to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think electric cars go anywhere. Speaking of Teslas all over the place.
Right.
Hey, well, Dirk, man, thank you so much for stopping on in. Are you wandering around here a bit, or?
Yeah, I've been up in Tampa. I just got back from Tampa.
Okay.
And went up there and saw there's a lot going on up in Tampa.
Sure.
Too,
Yeah.
along with, I stopped in St. Petersburg for a little bit. There's a lot happening in all of Southwest Florida.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot
Both of
happening
those
right
cities.
there on 4th and Coconut, I believe, too, right there. There's that, you see that lot there? Is there a lot? Oh, Dirk, that's right. That lot, you and I have that lot right there.
Yeah, we do.
Do we talk about that?
We do. It's southwest corner of 4th and Coconut. Just basically a half block walk across Fruitville.
Mm-hmm.
So basically about 2.5 blocks from Main Street.
Yeah,
It's
15,715 square
Yeah.
feet.
Yeah, it's a development. It's 18 residences over 10 floors.
Mm-hmm.
Residences will be about 2,000 square feet. That site is for sale. It's listed at $5.5 million, which is about $300,000 a door.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's interesting how since the groundbreaking of 688 and Peninsula and all that, we're starting to get more calls and people more interest now. People just being confident, I think, that things are really going to start happening here.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
oh,
All right.
cool, man. Thank you. Thank you
guys.
so much, Dirk.
Good to see you.
Dirk Dahl.
Good.
Bye-bye.
Good to see you.
Bye-bye. That man knows more. Like how's the expression goes? He knows more than I've forgotten
Yeah.
about Sarasota.
Or he just
Tell
knows
me.
more than you
Or
will
he
ever
just
know.
will ever know. Yeah, that's true. In his first couple years here,
He knows more in his pinky than you.
he does.
Than
You
and
know what?
know
I
in our-
aspire to know half his knowledge, if ever. So we have here a new guest with us, Ms. Joan Love.
Hello.
And this is Matthew Day. He's actually my savant over at Caldwell Banker. He's our broker over at the downtown office.
Very nice.
Joan Love.
Good afternoon.
Is responsible for many of the tiny doors.
I know.
Downtown.
I know
Here.
that.
Yeah,
I am.
right?
I am on Facebook.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I do. Okay. So she's responsible for that. She also writes this book, and she's over there Rise and Nise, the ABCs of Sarasota, which again all proceeds go to Rise and Nise.
Fantastic.
Inclusion
So-
Revolution.
Inclusion Revolution.
Yes.
Very cool.
So what else? What else is going on? I heard you had a little powwow with Carrie Shaw of Make-A-Wish Foundation the other day.
Correct.
Anything
And
you can tell us about that, or no?
It's pretty exciting stuff. I got to talk to Make-A-Wish South Florida, and they were sharing with me that they're thrilled that Sarasota Make-A-Wish is getting a tiny door, and they would like to be a part of it.
Fantastic.
So we're going
On the
to
outside of their building.
We haven't established exactly where, because they're in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
So they did say we could keep the door here in Sarasota, and I have a couple of ideas where we're going to place the door. But
okay.
most importantly, this tiny door is going to allow children that have received wishes an opportunity to be a part of it. So I'm thrilled about getting to meet some of the children that have gotten an opportunity to have a wish.
Yes.
And hopefully they're going to be me creating a tiny door with me. So
That's
this-
great. So it's almost like a gift to them.
Correct.
But it's like a sponsorship. They get recognized as being the ones who basically sponsored the door.
Yes, and they're going to help me create it, and they're going to help me place it.
That's fantastic.
And yes,
Great.
I'm very excited about it.
Cool. So it stays here in town. But you obviously wanted to talk about the book.
Oh yeah, the book is.
Yeah.
But also want to thank you as well for the tiny door that magically appeared on the Caldwell Banker
Yes.
building. She
Yeah.
made that tiny door.
My
Yeah.
fairies work at many hours. Many
Oh no,
different
and I'm
hours.
sure they're hard. Good fairies are probably hard to find too.
They are very
That's
hard
right.
to find.
So, and I always tell
And
this
it's very
little
secretive.
I always tell this little story, and it's appropriate that Matt's here for this. So, because I suggested, I was like, oh, could I have? And she's like, I don't know, we'll see. Let me talk to the fairies, and we'll see what'll happen. So you never gave me a straight answer, but I was like, yeah. So like, when's it gonna happen? She's like, I don't know when I don't know what their hours are. I don't know. So
This is
so apparently,
it's a secret shop.
It's a secret shop.
Yeah.
Somewhere in Sarasota, probably by Alchemy, in the back alley. So. And so it appeared. So Matt told me this. So he's like, yeah, the oddest thing happened. He's like, they were at a meeting. It was new construction. I think when they were talking billions of dollars and whatever in the conference room. And of course, we're not taping this, so nobody can see. Well, I'm going to describe. So where it's placed is right outside the conference room door at the very, very bottom. And Matt came up. He's like, it was the weirdest thing. We were talking in the middle of conversation, and we just looked at the door, and some guy came down and squatted down and took a picture of the door. We're just watching, and they're like feet from each other. Just took a picture of the door, and they're like, what's going on? And just left. And he said it was the funniest thing.
It was because
it was we were having a scavenger hunt at the time.
Yeah, because
it was like a find the door hunt.
Yeah.
It was the scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
The
finally,
downtown was
someone
in a frenzy.
came out and said, "What are you doing?" And I said,
"Oh, did they come out when you were placing it?"
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Yes, one of the ladies came out and was curious as to what I was doing, and I said, "Well, I think your establishment needs a tiny door, and according to the fairies, it would be now."
And so she started to call the police.
Yes.
And
luckily, she went, "Oh, okay,"
Yeah.
and just walked away.
You're
and
just the installer.
yes, and I had no idea this important meeting was taking place. I just
oh no,
thought-
that wasn't. No, it wasn't
Later
you,
time.
No, it was later.
Yeah.
You put it like in the cloak of the evening or the
okay.
morning.
Yes.
When we had a scavenger hunt to be like find the new door.
Correct.
And I gave him like a small area in which it was, so the guy was all excited.
Oh.
So the gentleman came, and he's the one that came like
Yeah.
in the midday
Oh,
or something and
fun.
took a
Taking a
picture.
photograph,
Yeah.
yeah.
And Matt's like,
Yeah.
Mark, we got to talk. Like
It apparently appears to be a fairy door.
apparently there's a fairy
That's
door
right.
that appeared.
Beautiful and much
Thank
appreciated.
you. Thank
Yeah.
you. The people
Brings charm to
really
every-
enjoy
yeah.
the scavenger hunt. And it starts at Rise and Nice, and it gives you use a QR scan, and then it gives you clues to 15 doors that are downtown here in Sarasota. It's about a half-mile walk. So lots of grandparents really enjoy the walk because it gives them something to do with their grandchildren when they're visiting.
That's a great. And is the QR code then in the window at Rise
It's
and Nice
right
above
next to the tiny door.
Okay,
That's
gotcha.
you
Rise
can
and
ask
Nice.
any of the workers; they all know about the tiny door there.
Yeah.
So the QR scan, and here's the really exciting part: if you find all 15 doors, you get a free cookie.
That
Now,
is the
who
best deal.
doesn't want a free cookie? So
I think the fact that you just kept your grandkids busy for a few hours
it's
is
also
the true
a reward.
gift.
Yes, you got that too.
So, but again, I think the book, where there's
Yes.
an opportunity
book.
here to
Sorry.
talk about the EBCs of Sarasota.
Yes, I'm down here in front of Rise and Nice today. I think I'm going to come back next Saturday. And we're just
book
selling
signing?
it. Book signing,
Nice.
correct. So I get to put a name and a face to the book. And I get to question a lot of the adults if they actually know their ABCs. And so far, most of them have had an excellent score.
Okay, good.
But
Makes me
ask them to
feel-
know the ABCs without singing the song at the same time.
That I have not done.
Yeah. Ask
Yeah.
A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I don't even know if I know it without singing the song.
That's right. Well, when you bought one, I think you did perform a couple of the questions and you got them right.
I think so.
Yeah, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. I
So
know
you-
we promoted the heck out of the book, though.
Yes,
I remember
you
we
did.
did that.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I think
Thank
some
you very
sales came
much.
from that, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good. Is there any plans for a 2? Like a second edition?
The XYZs.
The numbers. The numbers of Sarasota.
Oh, I like
Did that just happen
that.
right now?
That's right.
The numbers. Maybe you can teach
The 1, 2, 3s
the
of
1, 2, 3.
Sarasota.
Number 1 place of this. Number 2. Okay, this is happening right now. This is creatively happening.
Yeah, there we
the,
go.
The 2 birds on the Bay Project, Zara and Zoda, those 2 climbing things on the Phase 1 of the Bay Project.
Yes.
2 birds.
Yeah.
3 dolphins.
Or 3
For-
manatees.
or
And,
three
and we just recently, my grandchildren were down here, and
Yeah.
we named the manatee that was by our house, and his name is now Fred. And
Oh,
so,
that's
yeah, we could
Fred
do
the man-
manatees
Yeah.
in here.
Do like
there
1
you
to
go.
10 or 1 to. I'm
Yeah.
sure you'd think it'd be
We've
very
just come
Sarasota-
up a lot of. We're going to keep you busy, Joan, for
Yes,
many
you
years
are.
ahead.
Yes.
put your art
That's
to
good.
work.
My husband will pay you later.
No, but that's fantastic. I myself have purchased a few of those books. I know
Yes, I
people
know.
within the office have purchased not 20, like 4, 5 to 10 of them. Patty Tebow bought 10 to go
Excellent.
ahead and give it to clients and customers and family.
great
It's
idea.
just a great It's a great book, and it's for a great cause.
Excellent.
So.
Well, I will be here next Saturday in front of Rise and Eyes, and I get to sign and meet the lovely children, hopefully. And it'll be another beautiful day like today.
Yeah.
A little warm,
hopefully.
but beautiful day.
Well, I think it's cooling off just a touch. Oh, maybe the shade has moved in a bit more for
and
us.
there's a breeze.
Well, there's a breeze. There's now a breeze.
That's not doing anything for my back, but it is certainly helping. Maybe my hair.
You know, we could. Well, we could change. Would you like to change seats?
No, we're good.
Are you sure?
No,
Okay.
absolutely.
We can do that.
This is great. I'm going to melt, but it's fine.
I'm
Joan, a
gonna
pleasure to
hydrate later,
meet
but-
you formally.
Same.
And
Very much.
thank you for the ferry door. We really
Very
appreciate it.
welcome. Well, and if you see any of the fairies there, just please, thank them also.
Thank you. It's going to require being up late at night, I have a feeling. So.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
They work different hours than we do.
Yes, exactly.
I think.
Fairy hours.
I love the fairy hours. Keep them up.
Excellent. And
let me know what I can do to help the fairies continue to do what they do. I'm just continually surprised being a grown man and just going ahead and trying to be all macho and go to Cascadale in the middle of the night and walk in and seeing a fairy door and going, oh, a fairy door.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, what? And I just got all excited because it's like, and they appear and disappear from time to time.
Yes.
Like ones that you think are there go away and something else appears.
That's right. That's right.
It just makes it more fun.
Yes, and you're not the only adult that appreciates it.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you.
Yeah, when I'm decorating the doors, they
better
come
about
up.
Myself.
There you go.
Because
They do come up and thank me for, and are curious as to why this started and why I do it. And so I've met a lot of great people.
Is there any time where the doors need to go through renovation and you have to put up like caution tape and cones?
The yellow
what
tape.
kind of zoning?
Yeah, right.
Oh, I like that concept. But yes, I have fixed a few doors in the last 7 years. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
But I haven't used the yellow tape yet. I
that
like
might
the
be
concept.
necessary to
That's
keep it. Don't touch the paint. You gotta
paint, wet paint.
Yeah.
Been drying.
Right.
just temporarily removed.
Yeah.
The door.
I remember zoning probably isn't a
Right.
big issue though. Like you have to go through zoning to get the doors done, or
sometimes.
take out permits.
Sometimes,
No,
yes.
Yeah. But fairies
Sometimes
all
it-
handle that in fairy court.
Pretty much.
Like,
Fairy court.
Fairy court.
I like the
Yeah,
concept.
fairy court. They just deal on their own world.
Yeah.
So we've come up with a few different books for you: the 1, 2,
right,
3s, the XYZs, the manatees.
The
manatee
red
named
tape,
Fred.
the tape,
the
wet
manatee
paint,
named Fred.
the wet paint upon
Wet paint,
construction. If you have to do
Yes,
construction,
the
of
yellow
those.
tape. Thank
Yeah,
you
and please,
for all
and
of
let-
these
you know what-
ideas.
and
I
let
need
me
to come
know.
every Saturday now.
Right, here it is.
If you decide to do the 1, 2, 3s, please let me know. Like if it's a serious consideration, let me know so we can like pre-put it out, but not really, but kind of like in the group.
Excellent.
And then even too, if there's any construction like on one of the doors, please let me know because we can make a whole funny thing about that. Like,
Okay.
hey, you
I
guys, be
did
careful.
just fix
Be
the one
careful
on
on Main
Bay.
Street on the right
Yeah.
side. Please, there's construction going on the ferry door next to, please.
Traffic
please
is
watch
being
the tape.
rerouted.
Yeah.
Please be patient while the traffic's rerouted to
Right.
make a big thing about it. That'd be
Yeah.
great.
In fact, there were landscapers when I was fixing the door on the bay. And they were all curious and wanted to know how this started, and they loved it, and they were watching me restore the paint
Sure.
on the door.
Yeah.
So,
It's a story. Absolutely. It's a
Yeah.
great one.
Do you happen to have a pen on you, Matt?
I don't know.
Do you have a pen or anything on you?
no.
You should have a pen. I was gonna give you a house for talking with us,
Okay.
and we want a condo or a house, like a downtown condo, or would you like something
A single
like
family
a
home.
single family home, like by
I'm
Gillespie
going to
Park
go
or
with the
something?
condo.
You're gonna go with the condo.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the condo,
Excellent.
and actually, so this is the deed to the condo.
Excellent.
Okay, so I wish I had a pen, so it's very unofficial right now. But if
Okay.
you don't mind, actually, maybe just filling out your name at the top, and then having your husband witness it, and then make sure that file with the clerk of the court.
You
Make
can
sure
bring
it's
it back
filed
on
and all that.
Saturday.
I'll take this to Ferry Court.
Better yet, I think their courts are more lenient and or just better. you
What's
don't have to
nice
stand
is
in line
that
at
now
Ferry
when you
Court.
play Monopoly, you can come with your own
Yes.
home.
Right.
I like
Right.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Your
And
own-
when somebody tries to
Avenue, I
take it, you'd be like, "No, I got the deed. You can't take this."
Yeah, this is
like,
it.
like you.
Yeah.
And
You
this
can
is
rent 'em.
Park Avenue, correct?
Yes. Oh, yes. Of course it is.
Palm
Of course.
Avenue.
Well, it's Palm Avenue.
There you go. There you go.
Palm
I like
Avenue.
It.
Yep.
pleasure
Joan.
talking to
Yeah.
both of
Well,
you.
thank you
Absolutely.
so much.
Thanks for
I'll
stopping
see
by.
you next Saturday.
Yeah.
We'll sell some
Absolutely.
more books.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And stop by
Inclusion.
anytime and just grab a mic.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joan. Nice to
Thank
see
you
you.
very, very much. Oh God! See, that's
Another great member of the community.
Yeah, this
Right.
is Sarasota, man.
Right.
These are this is when we say like the streets of Sarasota Talk, Sarasota Street Talk.
Yeah.
They do.
Just
Joan Love, Misty, who goes by on the hoverboard, and Charlie.
And she's agreed that we've co-authored her next book.
and then we only see a small percentage of each sale.
She walks
Yeah,
away.
she walks
now
away.
she's ignoring
No,
us.
she walked away faster. She picked up the pace. No, but this is exactly why
Right.
doing this, and thank you for coming. Thank you for coming
Yeah.
as well, because we are having a great combination here of real estate, which is what this is about, but equal amounts of, let me take that back.
Well,
it's
don't.
equal amounts of that and the people here
Right.
that comprise Sarasota and downtown.
That's what makes community great. It's not the structures, it's not the buildings, it's the people.
Right,
And,
because without them and without
Yeah.
the people here in the community, and what I've noticed about everyone here is very nice,
Yeah.
and I don't mean that like in a blasé kind of way. Like you legitimately
Yeah.
happy people,
Right.
and of course you'll come across somebody. There's always something, but for the most part, everyone's nice because they've come. Rarely do you find a unicorn that born, raised, and lived in Florida. So everyone comes from somewhere
More
else.
happening, yeah.
And they bring with them, the joys of where they came from, and then some of the things they didn't like from where they came from. And
I think
everyone's got a story,
I think there's
and they
a lot
appreciate
of,
Sarasota.
I think when a lot of people come here, it's the idea of just their being able to relax. And so, like, where a lot of the tension that they may have had in whatever other areas that they lived in, they come here, it's blue skies, it's sunny, it's a farmer's market, it's walkable, it's a friendly town, and they relax.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing. I always say that from a real estate perspective, a house is a house. But until people move into it, that's when it becomes
a home. Right.
And it's the same with the community. It's just buildings and structures, and architecture is an important part of that, but none of it happens without the people. So you got to have the people coming in, and the right people with the right attitude, making a difference. And so there's opportunity for you to ask architects and builders and city planners to come and enjoy, sit with you on the podcast.
And that's exactly one of the things, so I want to talk to and discuss with you offline.
Sure.
Who you think might be interested in coming and develop. 'Cause I'd like to do a cross section. Have a developer come here and talk from the side of development. Have a city
Meet the
plan-
city
we have
planner.
city commissioner Eric, the city commissioner. We're going to talk to him shortly. We talked to Kyle Batty last week, the mayor.
Well, and I also
that
think
was a great insight. And
for me, it's just when you meet these people, you get a better idea as to why things were done the way they were. I remember specifically wondering why there was going to be so many roundabouts being built. And we had a city planner come to one of our meetings, and this was several years ago. And the information I got out of that was phenomenal, because they were talking about the normal speed in an urban environment should be about 27 miles an hour driving. It really shouldn't be anything more than that. And I know that on many of these roads, people were racing from red light to red light, and being able to have these roundabouts moderates the traffic. It calms the traffic. And so now your traffic, it becomes more pedestrian friendly, and the traffic slows, and you can see that as people are driving around. Yeah, I know. Why are we cooling the air when we should be really cooling ourselves?
There we go.
Yeah.
And or the equipment.
Or the equipment. We can,
equip the shade.
We're not gonna cause an electrical fire or anything like that with pouring water
I
on
don't think the water's gonna.
cables.
We're good.
Yeah.
We're good for the neighborhood.
Yeah.
So no, it's I totally agree. The Bay Project.
The Bay Project. Yeah.
Okay, I just took a total, and
Yeah.
I know it's someone like me, but I look squirreled there for
I'm a
a
little
second.
jealous of this guy right here with his past blue ribbon.
Which
This
guy?
PBR right here. You can't really see this, but this gentleman with his headphones on, sitting not far from us with his
He's
PBR.
this is it's Mike. That's Mike. Mike, the podcast guy.
Yeah.
It's not live,
No.
but it goes on to a podcast server in a couple days, as well as a website.
Yeah.
I told my sister what was going on, and she's like, "Is this live or is it going to be on later?"
It'll be on later. It'll
Yep.
be on by Monday morning.
Monday morning.
Yeah, and
On
I can
Facebook.
go ahead and actually, I mean, this is if you were to QR code this, take this picture.
That
of
takes you.
Do that QR stuff.
Yeah,
You just take a photo of it, and it will provide a link that you can click on, and it'll take you to the
it
website.
should take you right to the website, and then you can see. Yeah, just put your camera on top of that. And it's not even really a picture. You just lay it up there, and it should present you with a link.
Ah, I hate this camera.
Hey, Tess, I love you.
Oh, hey, I love you.
I love you too. Did you buy the shoes?
No, I haven't had time yet.
Oh, never had time to buy shoes. Okay.
I've been working.
Okay. She's a hard worker.
She's a good worker.
Is it giving you a link? Is it popping up with a link or no?
It just that picture.
Oh, okay. So maybe you got to set it up so it. You know what? Oh, we're gonna see if we can take a call. I'll go and get you the information. Okay.
Okay, thank
So
you.
we're testing something. We're gonna try to bring
Okay.
somebody in on a live call.
Okay.
Okay.
Try to do it.
I'm gonna try to do this. Hello. Scott. Hello.
Hello?
Oh, okay. There you are. Hold on. Let me bump up the jam.
Hello?
Hello. Hello. Okay, we're testing this thing. Can you hear? Say something.
Are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me okay? Are you not able to? Scott, can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello. Not hearing me. Okay.
Hello?
Oh, we can hear him over the mic. I mean, it's,
Okay, you
it's
know what
coming
it's
over
like.
the speaker.
I'll. So to explain what just happened. So yeah, we're new every day. Like we're trying something new every day. I just try to do a
That would
call
be interesting, though.
You know,
The
because
call-in would be tough, though, unless you can hear him. It's going to be a little bit harder.
yeah, because we got it piped into here, just like this is piping out. So you got outs
Yeah.
here to this, and we're supposedly this allows for a call in that we can hear on the speakers and everything.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna.
I like the idea of having people sit down with you, though, in person.
Oh no. It'd be like if
Live
I was
and in
experimenting
action.
if somebody like could
Yeah.
not make it for like some important like if
We have President
like if
Biden
the president
on the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're taking
Could you hold,
calls.
please?
Yeah, we're going to take some questions.
Oh,
from
please.
The president.
I'm gonna just go and tell him
Who can we bring over?
where.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go over and bring somebody over.
No. You don't have to. We can keep talking.
Oh, okay. All right, we can keep talking too.
My
So-
my wife is apparently on her way here too.
Oh,
Yeah.
will she be here in the next 20 minutes?
I don't
you
know.
think?
We'll find
All
out.
right, we'll find out. 'Cause unfortunately, I got to wrap this up at noon. I wish I did not have to.
You and I could keep going until
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
5
Oh,
o'clock.
I'm not ever lacking of anything to speak of.
to speak on. Well, so there's some interesting statistics.
Oh, okay.
Here.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
we got some. Oh, no, go ahead.
No, I was going to go by Bay Project,
Project.
but
Yeah. Yeah.
So like thoughts. Okay, so obviously Phase 1 is up. It's fantastic. Everybody loves it.
The Bay
Sunset
Project.
Beach, the Bay Project out there
Yep.
by the Hyatt, right there in front of Beau Cial.
Phase 1 is done.
Phase 1 is done.
Yeah.
And if anyone's not tried the kayaking by the bayou,
Yeah.
please do that. It's
Is that free?
amazing. Yeah.
Is that free? Okay.
It is
And
free.
the kayaks are there.
Kayaks are
And
there.
is there somebody manning the kayaks?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Do they put the kayaks away
They
at
put
night?
it in. I believe they do. They have the racks. We went there the other day. Well, not the other day. We went there last month.
All right.
There was about 10 of us.
All right. And you
And
tip the kayak
They
launcher?
took the kayak. We went to the launch. They
Yeah.
put it in the water for us. Gave us life jackets. The whole
Yeah.
thing. We went. So we went out of the calm bayou, and we're like, "This is great." Doing the bayou. Hello, Mr. Mike. And we went out the calm bayou. Went
Yeah.
out into the bay.
Okay.
Then it got to be challenging, but we were able to go
because
all
it
the
was
way,
windy.
past the Strand. So we go all
Yeah.
the way past the Strand.
Yeah.
It was windy and choppy.
Yeah.
On the way back, it's a
Yeah.
workout. It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
workout, but you're gone for like 2 hours.
Well,
You
when
could
it's
be out
windy
there,
and
and when it's
choppy,
windy,
yeah, it's hard. Yeah.
And we coasted back into the bayou, and it was really, really nice. And they pulled us out for us, and we just
Sure.
went. And then now the nest, right there, that big.
Yes.
They've
Yeah.
got the concession
And
obviously
they just
open
put
now.
the cover over it now, from what I understand.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
saw pictures of it, but I didn't see
Yeah.
the actual. So now you've got
That's
the
going to be your
shading.
4:30 a.m. next photo.
Like, yeah, God, I hate every morning until I get my coffee, and that's all good.
Yeah.
But the concession there is fantastic. I don't know if you ever tried some of they've got like
I have not yet,
frozen
but, yeah.
lemonade and some of the drinks and the appetizers and the food is just so good. But anyway, I digress. Which
So
I often do.
Do you know what
Matt.
time the kayaks open?
I believe it's 8:00 in the morning.
8 o'clock. Okay.
Yep. And I think you need to make a reservation.
Okay.
But
Online.
Mm-hmm. You do it online.
Yeah.
But no, it's a lot of fun. So then you've got the grass, you've got the nest, a little air conditioning right there, right?
Yeah.
For our important guest here, my sensei.
I don't know.
But then, okay, so as far as the projects 2 and 3, now what do you know about that then? The starting of the next round? Because I know we're keeping Van Wezel now, from what I understand. It's not being torn down.
Yeah.
Or is it one of those kind
I think
of...
they're still in discussions
in
about
discussion?
that.
I heard... Well, okay. And again, things change on a moment's notice, but the last I had heard that they were going to tear it down, but now they weren't because it was going to become either a museum of some sort or a gallery or exhibition of something that they're going to keep.
Right.
That's the last thing I heard. But things change on a moment's notice. But have you heard anything about the phase 2?
I've heard that, what I can tell you is that there's going to be the new Art Center. There's going to be the amphitheater. Right? Now, the Art Center is probably the biggest part of the construction. And then they're going to move the launch, the boat launch.
Yeah.
So that might be I think that's the final phase. They're going from south to north. And of course, the actual art building will be, the performance hall will be a pretty big project and it'll take years. But I think as that's being built, they'll continue to complete the other phases. So, but it's going to be absolutely outstanding. That whole area will be another focal point downtown. Especially, you can imagine that everybody will be walking over there as the sun is setting to watch the sunsets at the park, as they are doing now already. And many people walk over there, even with it being a big, massive parking lot for Van Wezel.
Right.
So this will be a nice, obviously much greener trails, boardwalks, and piers.
Yeah, and they got that boomerang walkway too that
Yeah.
they've got. Now, is that something you think they're really going to implement and keep in the plans, or do you think that might change?
As far as I continue, each plan that I see keeps showing that. But I know that the building itself will be another focal point, and the fact that it's going to take an asphalt, that's a lot of acreage with a lot of asphalt. So it'll be nice to turn all that to grass and a park, and for people to be able to. Families, kids, adults, everybody to be able to use and take advantage of. And we needed another one. Right?
Yeah, and what's your thoughts on okay, back a little bit too though, but to the activities that are happening even at phase 1 now. You've got the yoga going on, you've got constant classes happening there.
Yeah.
You got the movie nights on Monday nights on the big screen right there by the Nest. So much going on, like down by the Sunset little beach that you got there. You got the playgrounds. It's so much.
It's
going
a nice
on.
alternative to the
just for
the
that phase
Bayfront
1
Park. So Bayfront Park has been kind of the primary park. But what's nice is that when you look at the overall plan of things here in Sarasota, and you take a look at Whitaker Park on the water there, and behind that Pioneer Park on the east side of Tamiami, and then you travel south to the Bay Project, and then you travel, and I think Ringling Bridge is a public park. I mean, right? You've got the old piers underneath, the walkways, the playground.
Arch Landing right there too as well.
The bridge itself is, people are walking it all the time, running it, biking, and then you move down over to the Bayfront Project, and then you move over to Payne Park. It'd be nice to be able to have a ribbon of connected parks or trails.
Yeah, no, that's actually going over the bridge then too. Then you've got the Bird Key Park right there.
Oh yeah,
right there, that Bird Key, and they got a lot of the windsurfing happening there.
Oh yeah.
So
and then under the bridge there on that side too.
On that side too, right. A whole
Oh yeah, I mean you could take a lawn chair, a beach chair, and go sit underneath there in the shade, and it's beautiful.
That's why I think when people describe this area to other people, it's kind of like you really do have to be here to experience like the area.
Yeah.
You really have to see these parks, like all the areas of recreation, all
so
the
much to take advantage
walkability,
of.
And people are like, you can walk to 15 different restaurants in 3 blocks. Oh yeah, sure. No, you really can.
Yeah.
I mean, they're right here. What do you think that project, the Bay Project, will have to do with values on like Rosemary, let's say the Broadway Promenade, Alinari, the Renaissance.
San Marco,
that's your.
yeah.
You'd be overlooking. That's your front yard at that
Yeah.
point. People buying in there. Would you imagine? Would you recommend buying in there now?
I think that's a great buy. Actually, I think those buildings have always been good buys, but there's no doubt that the values there will climb as the park is completed. Because not just for the accessibility to the park, but the fact that you actually now have a view where you're going to see so much pedestrian activity and things going on, and people out on the amphitheater, in the theater itself. You'll see all of that. It's incredible to witness all that.
I feel very lucky to be able to be here right now at this time period here in Sarasota to see everything happening.
Sure.
I mean, it's amazing. Just
right.
and then because being here, I've been here for I got here in 1980, so quite some time. But you get to see how everything progresses.
How are you?
I'm 89 years old. Yeah, I'm 89 years old. I don't drink. I don't smoke. That's why. That's why my complexion is
youthful.
the way that it is.
Just barely.
Ding. Yeah. Hello, sir. Yeah. Hey, would you like to come talk to us for a minute?
Are you on the radio?
It's a podcast. It's a podcast.
Yeah,
it's a podcast. Please sit down.
Sit down. We're talking about Sarasota.
I gotta catch a plane.
Oh, real quick, or
sure.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Put on the headphones, please, sir.
Are you a visitor or a resident?
Just moved here.
Excellent.
Okay.
From where?
Baltimore.
Excellent.
Okay.
So you're an Orioles fan.
I am.
So
indeed.
it's
Now, is this
fitting.
too loud? Is this too loud? Is that good?
No, it's good.
Okay, it's good. Okay,
It's good.
all right. So, down here from Baltimore.
Yep.
Where is that? You here visiting?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just moved.
Just moved.
Just bought a house.
Okay.
Excellent.
And do you mind, without saying where, but where?
Generally.
Generally.
I don't mind. Payne Park.
Okay,
Oh,
we were
great.
just
Payne
discussing
Park
that.
Village, right? Yeah.
Just discussing that. Yeah.
Fantastic.
It's a good spot.
It's a great
It's
spot.
a fantastic spot, especially with everything moving out so quickly out. It's not even. I mean, it's right there. Like it's a walk. It's a bike ride. It's a.
What brought you to Sarasota? You've been visiting before?
Yeah, we came down with our boys maybe 6 years ago, and we looked in St. Augustine, and we looked in Sarasota, and we weren't sure where we were going to move into Florida, and it took us like 5 years to figure that out, and then 2 more years to look at the real estate down here to find something.
Yep.
Sure.
We had dogs, and we needed a spot. My wife doesn't like crocodiles or alligators. I guess it's so we had to in the city.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And so there were a lot of parameters, and it took a long time.
So what was the tipping factor between, you said you looked in St. Augustine, Sarasota, what
The culture here at Sarasota and the beauty of the water.
Sure.
the
And
people, the
people,
walkability, right?
The walkability.
Like what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
So
like
I assume you
point.
walked here.
Yes.
Yeah.
We walked from the hotel at Indigo. I've been staying there on and off now for 2 years looking for a place. And
200 point there, too.
it was... Well, I spent a lifetime, 35 years around D.C. driving on the Beltway, and I don't want to drive anymore.
I get it.
Oh, understood.
Right.
My brother lives in Silver Spring.
Oh, horrible.
So
Tough.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a nice
area, but
Yeah.
but traffic and the Beltway and all that. I'm
rough.
Yeah.
acutely
Rough.
aware what that is.
Interstate incarceration. You don't want it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
what-
now are you retired or
Yes.
pre-retired? Okay, so you're
Yeah.
retired.
I retired young. I managed to retire when I was 56. I'm 61.
Good for you.
Good for you.
Good for you.
And so is it done? Is the home completed?
We did a final walkthrough this trip, and then we close remotely next week.
Fantastic.
Congratulations.
That's
It
it.
really is amazing.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful little community you got there. And Legacy Trail is right behind there.
Yeah, exactly. Bikes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've already scoped out sort of the bike and maybe also the electric bike
like a
because you could do
scooter,
the
a
both.
little scooter
Oh, yeah.
going on.
Go up to Ed Smith Stadium.
Yep.
I'll be there at probably every game.
Okay, all right, nice. And then and that Legacy Trail goes all the way down to Venice too. So
That's
like
what
you
I
go
hear.
all the way back and forth.
Yeah.
All right. Well, before you go, I just like to be able. I'm gonna give you another property.
Okay.
It's just for talking with us. So this is actually a little.
Home.
There you go for this. Now it's not just this though.
What's
this
that
is,
cost?
This is serious business. That's like in the 600 to 700 range. It's going to be over in
Of
Cherokee
pennies.
Park. Well, actually,
Maybe.
I'm sorry. No. That Cherokee Park. That's what, about $2 million. It's Cherokee Park right over here. So unfortunately, I did not bring a pen. We brought everything else but a pen.
Okay.
Do you have a pen on you?
I don't. I
Okay.
don't.
Well, I'm going to give you the deed. Okay, so here's the deed to the home.
Okay.
So if you would please just put your name there.
At
and
your
have
convenience.
At your convenience.
Yeah.
And please take your home.
And Mark, you're going to give it to me for $1?
Well, I'm going to waive the buck because you talked to us.
Wow.
So I'm waiving the buck. So
Okay.
consideration for $1, but we're going to waive the buck.
You know what you guys ought to do? You ought to
And-
hold a
and-
class about how to get the homestead exemption. That's what you ought to do.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
actually a really good idea.
Now, see,
I'm thinking-
for new people like me,
Yeah,
the ins and outs of that.
the homestead. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe we should do that. Maybe we should do that here.
Yeah.
We should do that on a podcast.
You
Have
should
a
definitely
show
do
about
that. Absolutely. I'd
That's a
subscribe
fantastic
to that.
idea. In fact, if I had a pen up, it's being recorded.
Homestead. We're
I'm like-
recorded. We,
I'm like, where's
you
my
can
pen?
put it
Oh,
in
it's
your
being
phone.
recorded.
You can put it in your phone.
Yeah, I'll do that.
We're in a digital world.
Please have your wife go in and witness that as well.
Can I actually have this? Or
No,
should-
no,
No,
yours.
that's for you.
Is that
That's
a
you.
prop for the next person?
No, that's you.
No, we're
Okay.
giving
That
away
is you.
homes. We're
Absolutely.
giving
Oh,
away.
you're giving away homes.
You get a home,
I
and
got-
you
I-
get a home.
I noticed I
We're
got a
giving
hotel too. I'm feeling kind of
Well, or a
privileged.
condo. Which one would you like?
Well, the condo's probably more in my price range, but you know.
No,
I'll
you're
ta- I'll
being, it's
take
been
the
given
hotel.
to you.
I know.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
I think it's
And then go and file with the clerk at the court, and
Yeah.
it'll be registered, and then there's your property. And one day it might be worth a tenth of a penny, maybe. If you,
Yeah.
God, this economy stays strong.
It's now your own monopoly.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. If you're playing Monopoly and
Now
they
you
want
have
to
your
take,
own.
they land on you and they want to take it, you'd be like, nope,
Nope, I have the deed.
I got the deed, baby.
What's the name of the podcast?
It is
Shenanigans?
Sarasota Street Talk and Shenanigans. No, SarasotaStreetTalk.com.
Okay. And this is your card, right?
That is
Can I
my
take-
card.
Oh, I
Yes.
got that already, man.
Yep.
Yeah, you
it's
got
on,
it right
yeah,
there.
I sneakily
Okay.
attached that to
Yeah.
that.
All right, I've got to go catch up. To
Yeah,
my
go
wife.
catch your plane.
Okay.
But thank you so much for talking
You
with us.
bet. You
That
guys
was a lot of
enjoy.
fun.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
thank
great.
you.
And
Thank you.
congratulations and welcome.
Well, thank
And
you.
well,
Yeah.
and thank you for the great idea that we're going to do that. That's
I'm telling you,
homestead.
It's a
make
big
a
deal.
homestead
Yeah.
class.
People move down for the warmth and the taxes.
Yeah, right.
Taxes, man.
It's great. It's fantastic.
You guys
Good for you.
All right.
Congratulations.
Have a fantastic day, sir.
Yeah.
See? The
Yeah,
people.
so-
The people
The
of
people.
Sarasota. All different stories, all different
Yeah.
walks of life, all different.
Retired at 56.
Retired at 56.
Yeah.
I am 78 and I'm still working. What did I miss?
This is just a podcast. It's just a podcast.
What did I miss, huh?
I mean, his wife is now excited about the greatest house that she's ever.
Oh, she's
That he's
oh,
ever
she just
bought.
gave it to him. Look, and there's the house. You're welcome, man, for that huge house that you just
Yeah.
got.
This is,
Oh no, I'm sorry. No, that's
Yeah.
Oh, that's not his wife. Oh, I think we just
No, I think they're going separate ways because they walked here.
Oh, that's true.
And he's
Unless
going
she
to go
just,
catch his
unless
flight,
she
and
just
she's
loves
going to
him.
keep shopping.
Unless you're just like that's
Yeah.
the kind of house you got.
Yeah, because
That's
when
the
you
house
walk
you got.
places, you don't need to go
You-
in the same car.
You couldn't got a bigger
Yeah,
house
you-
than that.
She walked right. Yeah. He's coming over. Next up.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you can. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, please sit. Yeah, please.
Yeah, have a
sit.
seat.
Don the headphones if you would, please.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it just makes it easier for us, the three of us,
Sure.
to talk and
Hear each
you know,
other.
Hear each
Very
other.
cool.
What's your
How you
name?
doing?
So yeah, so I came over. Just want to ask, just make sure we were not interrupting you because I
Yeah.
know, because Gator Club is gracious enough to allow us to
Absolutely.
do this here. So,
Yeah.
and you said yes. So, but thank you for
A
talking.
willing participant.
Yeah.
So
thank you.
please introduce yourself. And let's let you know this isn't live.
Okay.
It is a podcast, so we're going to edit it, but it
Yeah,
goes up
yeah.
on Monday. We're going to put it.
No, that makes me a lot more comfortable than
Yeah,
the editing.
yeah.
We're not going on live.
Just
It's like
we-
talking to a pretty girl.
This this circle of trust right here. We're
Yeah,
just-
this is no judgment.
no judgment. This is a
Yeah.
safe zone.
Safe zone.
Cool.
Safe zone.
Cool. Very cool.
So-
Yeah. My name's Cody McLinn.
All right, right
Very
on.
nice to meet
And
you.
you're a resident?
Yeah. Yeah. I live right over in Laurel Grove.
Awesome.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
part of
My
Laurel Park.
name is Mark Klecka. I'm a
Mark.
realtor right downtown. This is
Cool.
my broker, actually, at the same
Matt Day.
location,
Yeah.
Matthew
Matt
Day. And we're here just doing what we do each
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
Just talking.
Talking to residents.
Yeah.
residents,
absolutely.
people, getting
Very cool.
stories.
Yeah.
Just
How long
getting-
have you lived here?
3 years.
Okay, where did you move from?
Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Okay. Okay, so why here?
What brought you?
Home is. They say home is where the heart is. My heart's wherever my mom goes. So she moved
Yeah.
down a year before
that's-
me. She's had she really had bad seasonal depression.
Sure.
You know,
Okay.
West Michigan, man, it's like the third cloudiest region in the nation.
world,
so
yeah,
she
yeah.
was always like,
Understood.
and I would too. You know, February after the holidays, you're kind of over winter. you
Sure.
know. Am I good at?
Yeah, you're good. Yeah,
no,
we can hear you.
You say whatever you want.
Yeah.
Cool, yeah. Yeah, so she moved down about a year before I did, and then I was like, yeah, I'll come check it out. You know, it's beautiful down here. What's not to love in Sarasota?
And
know,
you
we
can
hit the
walk
jackpot.
here.
Yeah, we're
walk here. Do you regularly eat at restaurants downtown? What do you like about downtown?
Everything. I actually don't drink, so I kind of out of the bar scene. I did work at Evie's for a while, doing delivery, driving, and food running, and that was really cool. You know. But I gave up drinking, and it'll be 5 years.
Good for you.
Congratulations.
Thank
No,
you.
seriously.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, thanks, man. It's nice to
I
hear
could,
that.
I could probably take some lessons. No, I mean,
I just
responsibly.
I
I could
clean out.
No,
you
but
know?
I could probably learn from that.
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
more power to you. A lot of respect.
Yeah. No, it's like I noticed a lot of health improvements just in the first couple months. Really, you know. So
good for you.
It was nice. It just needed a change. You know.
Yeah.
It's like it's kind of hard to get away from alcohol. It's such a social thing. So
it's like a lifestyle change.
Exactly.
Maybe even friends that you don't maybe hang out with as much. You know, because
exactly. You gotta change your scenery if you want your life to change and who you hang out with.
Absolutely.
You know,
so what do you take advantage of down here, downtown? What is it?
I love to go fishing just right over there in Marina Jacks, you know, just off the shore. You know, people are surprised. I've caught some nice fish, but not as much as I'd like to. You know, I talked to the old timers, you know, over by what's the
pier?
Ringling? Hart's Landing or
exactly.
Hart's Landing.
I talked to some of the old timers, and they're like, "Man, you don't even know how good it." Yeah, exactly, the good old days. And I'm like, you know, with the red tide and everything, it really sucks. That
but you're the good old days now that. When people 10 years from now look back, they'll be like, remember the good old days back in 2023? I was there.
Yeah,
you caught the big fish.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll refer to the good old days at 2020 when all that went down. That was a big part of it. I mean, that's 3 years for me. I'm Grand Rapids, Michigan, very liberal, you know, good mixing pot. But, man, the way they burned down our city, I was not the only one, but we were furious. But I was really proud. Everybody from the surrounding communities came together and cleaned. They had it all cleaned up by 5 o'clock, but it looked like a tornado went through, and there's burned out cars and everything. But anyways, so it's about 3 years I've been down here, but I love it. It's gorgeous. What isn't there to like?
Right. Do you go over to the beach regularly?
And so
I haven't gone to the beach nearly as much as I want to. I'm busy working usually, you know, but that's not even really an excuse because I've had plenty of downtime.
No, but I totally relate to that too because I live so close, and a lot of us live so close to the beach. We just know it's there.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
So like, if you ask me how many times have we really been?
Yeah,
6 times so far, maybe 6, maybe 6.
Really?
You know, and it's. And I don't go like every week, and I'm a beach guy. Like I love the beach, but you're working so much, and you know it's there, so you don't really.
That's I think
make it a priority, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what it is. If I was on vacation, you know, I'd be there every day.
Yeah.
You know, like
you fish on South Lido?
What's that?
You fish on South Lido?
I haven't been fishing there, but I want to try. I've been
down
to Venice to the jetty.
Oh,
that was pretty cool.
Sure.
You know,
South Jetty, good surfing at South Jetty.
Surfing?
Oh yeah.
There's all these things I need to take advantage of.
Yeah.
You know, I've been down here. I don't have any excuses. Like I need to take
get
advantage. People come from all over the world for these fishing and surfing, like you said, and the beaches.
On a good northwest wind, it just peels off on the south side.
Yeah.
I used to surf.
Yeah, it's hard.
Back
it's
when I had time.
Than people think it is.
Time.
It's not like it's easy. You have to have strong core, big time, and balance.
It's
a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun though, but
it looks like a blast.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And there's not too much going on here at Lido. I mean, the surf isn't really that good.
Sure.
Venice actually is a really good area if you ever want to try. Try longboarding down there.
Yeah.
South Jetty, right off
Very
of there.
cool. Very cool.
So much to do. God, I love this town.
Endless,
I've been here for 35 years ish.
Yeah.
And
you know what's a really cool thing to do that I think a lot of people don't know? There's 2 things over at Myakka State Park. If you go to Myakka State Park, right?
I want to go.
So there's one you can go take a tour, and they'll walk you across, and you can take a trail, and they'll show you the gators.
Oh yeah.
Because there's a deep pond where there's a ton of gators.
Yeah, where they all kind of hang.
They also have in Myakka State Park this a walking bridge that when you walk on the bridge, you can see over Myakka State Park, and the views are incredible.
Yeah.
And of course, everything is flat, but you can see for miles and miles and miles. 2 things, Myakka State Park. That's also another great thing to do locally. And there's so many things that people just don't realize.
Speaking of parks too, Oscar Shear, that's down by that's Osprey. We're down Osprey, Nokomis area, Oscar Shear State Park, and that's lakes and pathways, and
Right.
it's a little more. I think it's a little more more wilderness.
Can you take the Legacy Trail there? I think the Legacy Trail may go down to there. I'd have to check on that.
It might have to actually check it.
It might be in
might go right
development,
through
too,
it. It
you
might go
know.
through.
Yeah,
I
they
know
might be
it,
extending it.
Yeah.
it goes to Venice already, so
Oh,
it already
yeah,
goes to
right.
South Venice.
Yeah.
Oh, that breeze feels
And-
good.
Yeah, it does.
That it might very well.
I see you in a
I
long
know.
sleep biting
Yeah,
up, man. At
like,
least-
thank God.
I'm an idiot, really.
I'm glad you guys called me over. I was jealous of the umbrella.
Exactly.
See if they notice if I just scooch
dude,
closer
it
and
was
closer.
cooler now than it was when we
Right.
first got here.
Yeah,
before
no,
we
I
got
believe
here.
it.
But yeah, thank
Yeah,
God
we're
for
getting a little
breezes.
Cloud cover.
Yeah.
Cloud cover too. You know,
That's
so
good.
that helps.
No, it's
I'll
nice.
take
Every
it.
little bit counts. You know,
Yeah.
it's a huge difference with the breeze.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
and I feel like
The shade.
I don't know about you guys, but it seems like this spring's been milder versus the last 2 years I was here, where it's like April and it's already 90 degrees.
I would say the winter and the spring were pretty mild,
Yeah.
but it then boom, like,
Yeah,
it,
once
it hit
it
us.
hits,
Yeah, the
yeah.
humidity.
As you know already, August is when we all just do not go outside.
No.
Either
You
that or
can't.
we're all wearing backpacks of water.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
you know, those silly head hats with like
Yeah.
water, with
Yeah.
cup straws.
Yep,
the,
you know,
the hat with a
hydrator.
fan.
Yeah,
and
or
the
we
sprayer.
or we've
Yeah.
got like an IV and we attach like a bag
Yeah,
to
no
us.
kidding.
Just stuck water like right into us, our veins.
Right.
They had those cool suits. Have you guys seen the new Dune movie? The one
I
that
have not.
just came out?
no, I
well, they
haven't.
live on the Dune planet. You know,
Sure.
it's this arched desert. So
Mhm.
they came up with these suits that recycles all of your sweat.
Mhm.
And it's really cool. They say at most through a whole day you'll lose maybe a thimble of water. And, you know, it's
Oh,
got
because
a
the
little
suit.
drink.
That's what, that's what we
It's
need.
that efficient.
That's what we need.
It's
Dude,
that
I think
efficient.
I've lost 4 thimbles of water just since we've been sitting here.
Oh,
In
yeah.
the last 5
The
minutes.
last 5 minutes, it's been pretty darn hot.
Probably a whole cup.
Yeah,
Yep, most
gallons.
probably.
Oh, I didn't even notice this.
Oh
Thank
yeah,
you.
so,
Yeah.
yeah, you're welcome.
Oh,
So
man,
the guests,
that's-
see,
Yeah.
That's for the guests?
Yeah,
Or
that's
what?
see, that's,
Arctic
that's
air.
why you're feeling so good.
Yeah, no
You know?
doubt, no doubt.
That's what we do. We take care
That's
of
cool,
our own.
Arctic air.
The true breeze. Right there.
$39.95 at CVS.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's got its own internal like little frozen contraption.
yeah.
You put water into it, it blows it through the little frozen
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
and even when the thing, I'm sure it's done. Like the frozen thing, I'm sure is
Right. Still
you
good.
get the-
Feels
yeah,
good though.
Yeah,
But,
get some moisture.
Yeah.
on you.
No, my
Little
friend,
mist.
I saw a little trick where they did that, where they cut out, you know, a cooler, put
Yeah.
ice in it, and you have a fan.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen that?
I've
They
seen
rig
that.
it up. That's ingenious.
Yep.
It's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
same, you know, physics basically, or whatever you call it.
Yep.
But
There's a lot of good things out there. We need the sweatsuit though.
Yeah, yeah, that's
I mean, you
wetsuit.
know what's funny is that they make it up in a movie,
Right.
and then it won't be.
And then it
you know,
comes
in
out.
5 years, somebody's
Yeah.
going to be like, "Hey,
Well,
that's a
yeah.
great idea. Let's
Yeah.
put that
We-
together."
Well, remember Star Trek?
Well,
Dink. You know
Right.
those little handheld things. Pretty
Uh-huh.
soon, 50,
Yeah.
20 years later, we have cell phones.
yeah.
right.
25 years
yeah,
later,
no doubt.
you know,
Yeah.
they had nothing like that back then. We had like the bricks.
Yeah.
Back in,
Yeah.
we didn't even have those.
Oh
I
no,
don't
no,
think.
that was Wall Street. That
Oh,
all
what?
started when Michael Douglas sat
With
on
the
the
brick
beach.
cell phone.
Yeah, and everybody saw him in that scene talking on the phone.
And had to have
on the
one.
beach,
They
and he
had
was talking to Charlie Sheen, right? The character.
Yeah.
I was like, and everybody was like, "I need that."
Yeah.
I have to have a large
And now you
brick
wouldn't be
in my
caught dead with something.
No,
like,
no,
you know,
no,
it's
no.
like-
I need a big brick in my car.
I
can
actually-
speak in my car.
Yeah, I actually saw the second one where he's getting out of jail and
Yeah,
they
yeah,
give
yeah.
him back his belongings and
Yeah.
they put the brick on there and it
Yeah.
makes that big thud and
Exactly.
they're looking at him because he's been in there 20 years.
Yeah,
you
right.
know,
Exactly.
at
That
least.
was hilarious. I remember that. It was a
Yeah.
tribute to that scene.
It
for
was,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah,
It was really
Fantastic.
that's a
funny.
great movie.
Yeah.
Both of them are great movies, actually. Yeah.
Hey, man, I want to thank you so
Yeah,
much for
thanks
coming
for-
out, man. Thank
Yeah.
you so
We
much for stopping
appreciate
by.
it.
It was
Thank you.
really
Great to
nice
meet
meeting
you.
you. We'll do this. We'll bump. We'll do that. And we're gonna bump. All right, here we go.
Hey, thanks a lot
Thanks,
for
man.
coming
Yeah,
out.
no problem.
And congratulations on your move here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Congratulations.
no, I'm loving it.
Yeah,
Thanks,
good
guys.
for you.
Take care.
Yeah.
Take
Bye.
care. All right, Matt. Well, I think we're gonna have to call it a
We're gonna shut it
call
down.
it a day. We're gonna have
Yeah.
to, unfortunately, I got some showings. I got
Yeah, where are you doing your showings?
up in Indian Shores.
Awesome.
Got two
Great.
going on
Fantastic.
up there. So
Maybe I should. I could
yeah.
just
So
stay
thank
here
you
by
so
myself.
much for you want,
Honestly.
you want him? You're responsible for packing up all the stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I'm gone.
No, hey, thank you very much for coming
That's
out and
great.
doing this.
Yeah.
Let
Let me help you pack up.
Always a joy.
Yeah, love it.
All right.
Fantastic.
You
Good
stay
stuff.
classy.
Yeah.
All right. Take care.
Anchorman.
All right. Bye bye.